without further ado, we will go ahead and jump into our recap from last time, and then we'll hop into things. You guys left off with a tense encounter, so I'm sure everyone's excited to play that out. But let's catch us up first. So, the last time we played, you guys, having been in the city of Ravenna, the cultural capital and largest port city in the Vermilion Empire, spending a couple days here just shopping around, recuperating after a long adventure in the Feywilds, spending some time with Juliana's family. The last time we played, you guys met some big players. You met the High Lord of Ravenna, who introduced himself and invited you all to come to Dawnbreaker Point in the next several days, mentioning a possible job. That was after, I should also mention, meeting Prince Tobias Vermel, a young boy who was the prince of the king of the Empire. And he invited you all to the Grand Bengal Gala, which you had previously known about, but you had also learned at this dinner at the Amberlash estate that he would be attending this gala as the guest of honor. So, you know, you guys had a nice dinner with Juliana and her family. Song the Imp caused some mischief. Sinclair, the next day, you guys all rested, and on the day of the gala, Sinclair spent some time reading her book about the Anardarin and her goddess Knave, and got some good information there. Mira, you spent some time with your downtime meditating and praying to Takaire, your goddess of the water elemental plane. And with a natural 20 religion check, Marakai, a servant of Takaire, revealed himself to commune with you. And after some probing on your part, you discovered that he is trapped in an ancient undersea temple in an unknown location around the Pirate Isles of Agrippa, just off the coast of the Vermilion Empire and the Silver Sea. And he requested your aid in freeing him, but mentioned you may not be strong enough yet. After some more preparations here and there, the group headed to the Grand Bengal Gala, where they saw Vice Nor once again, the royal from the Castellanter family here in Ravenna, who you had met previously at the inn, who seemed like a competitive individual, but not sure if you could trust him or not. But nevertheless, he did help you skip the line to get into the gala faster, so that was good. At the party itself, Abner, you struck up a conversation with Half-Orc, who was working at the door, challenging him to a fight, but he kind of bemoaned his job here, being a doorman for the hoity-toity nobles in the Queen's Ward, and recommended that if you're looking for a good tavern brawl, to check out the Riverman's Nestledown in the Dust Inn. Mira, you spoke briefly with a woman named Lady Saravoon, who you found out shortly after that she revealed herself to be captain of the Ravenna White Cloaks, the police force and sort of guards that operates in the city. Alara, you spoke with a gnomish airship engineer from Glimmingmore and had a nice dance with him. And also, speaking of dances, Juliana also was asked to dance by Vice Nor Castellanter, and they discussed some shady business dealings. He was a little cryptic, but he mentioned he could use your assistance. And he gave you a strange gold coin with like a mouse or a rat's face on it. All this and the lords all gave a toast to Prince Tobias, as the guest of honor when it was interrupted by a knight with a greatsword and black set of plate mail. And what appeared, they revealed themselves several assassins amongst the crowd. The individuals wearing a crow-shaped mask took out the guards in an instant as Prince Tobias asked the intruder to reveal his identity. He took off his helmet to reveal a drow elf. And he said his name was Farius Tanortal of Dunskaye, and he challenged Prince Tobias to a duel, claiming that they are both bastard sons of King Vermo, and the upcoming marriage and alliance are both illegitimate. As the assassins killed Tobias's guards, Farius charged forward with his greatsword. The crowd rushing in various different directions, screaming as the guards lay dead in this ballroom with you guys all around. Farius charging the prince as he stands with his arms shaking outwards, unprepared for this so-called duel. I would like you guys first to please roll initiative in a moment once I bring you over and you can select your tokens. Alright.
Alright, roll good.
So I'm gonna have to sneak you over. And here we go. So, go ahead and select your tokens. I'll bring the initiative tracker up. And good luck, everyone. We'll see what happens.
Sweet Jesus. Okay.
When you say that, good luck.
I know. It's ominous. 15.
Okay.
20.
16.
18.
13.
Alright. So Farius gets a 1, so lucky for you guys.
Ooh.
And then I'll have the assassins go in the same initiative order.
Oh, Weissnor stuck around? Good man.
Yes, Weissnor is going to roll as well. So that would be an 18 for Weissnor. So that would put Mira up first with a natural 20. So Mira.
Natural 20, it's just a regular 20.
Oh, excuse me, a regular 20.
We're good.
But
Question,
nevertheless, you're still first.
Mine
Yes.
is 15, however, it is in there as a 5.
Well, I think that just means it's 5. Sorry to say. Or, no, I'm just kidding.
Well, it's alright, it's alright. I get to learn. I get to watch.
Wow, you guys crushed him. He's got a 1. All right. Mira, the crowd of people rushes past as people try to escape all the various entryways and exits of this ballroom as the assassins look around for anyone that might take a wrong step as Farius begins charging forward and Prince Tobias stands there shaking. You remember that your weapons and belongings are in the coat room just about 30 feet away. What would you like to do?
A holy symbol at all.
Sorry?
Do I have my holy symbol?
That depends. You tell me. Where do you keep your holy symbol?
I'd imagine it's a necklace.
Then yes. If
Okay.
you would have worn it, sure.
Alright, so how close am I to the half-orc? Because I can't see half this map.
Okay, so he is actually outside and not on the map.
Okay, cool.
With your passive, you're able to see him just a bit out the doorway, maybe like 40 feet away.
I can't do that then. And where is the prince? I'm not seeing him.
And he is up on top on the actual stage. Let me see if
Okay.
I can make that visible. So you.
There we go.
Okay. And then that's Lord Protector Tolwyn behind him there.
And where is our Black Knight there?
And he is all the way on the bottom.
Like,
and you should be able to see his nameplate.
I see his HP as well.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
I know. Which I've seen, so I can't unsee it, but I just wanted to tell you.
Well,
Okay, yeah, so like the bottom squares are cut off on mine, so I wasn't sure where he was. All right,
oh
so
really? Okay. Sometimes if you change the
yeah,
zoom, that
the
kind of
zoom.
um
Okay, that helps.
fixes it.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that helps. All right, so actually, I have a pretty good idea. So I am going to cast Bane on our Farius there.
Okay. So I believe you get to pick 3 creatures to apply
I
Bane
think
on if they're within
I think
range.
yeah. Are there any of his floozies around us?
Yes, so there's an
They're
assassin up here
floozies.
just at the foot of the raised stage. There's one near Alara that just took out a guard. Alara, you can see there's a dead guard just at your feet. And they are both, they should be within range there. I can check the ruler for you. One of them's 48 feet away. Actually, these should be 5 feet each, not 6 feet each. That's weird. How did that happen?
That's really weird, yeah.
So we'll just round down. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So this one's just out of range. The one on the left is in range, though.
Me. All right, so I will do Bane on those 2 characters.
Okay.
So they both need to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. So I will do Farius's first. Oh, he has a good charisma save, but let's see. And that is a 16, which I believe beats your DC.
Meets mine.
Yeah, sorry. But the assassin will roll one as well. Theirs is not nearly as good. That'll be a 10, so that will fail.
Okay, yeah, they fail. So they need
you have
to
Bane
take a
on one of
D4 and
these.
subtract that from all attack and saving throw rolls.
Gotcha. Alright, so I will keep that in mind. I put the little skull marker by his portrait there.
Okay. And I will kind of like hold my turn for that. Yeah, because
I
I
should
can't
roll
do
for
anything.
Prince Tobias as well.
Yeah.
I forgot to do that.
Yeah, I can't do anything else right now, so I will end my turn there.
Okay, great. Prince Tobias gets a 15. Alright, so I'll just place him there. And then, so we have Weisnor, the Assassins, and Abner all going together with an 18. So Weisnor, I believe, has the best dexterity. Actually, let me check the Assassins. I know the Assassins have better dexterity, so they are going to go. The assassin that is baned is just going to move just out of your reach, Alara, towards Farius. And just stop right there and then prepare to dodge. And the other one is going to move right up here. And then the third one is going to move closer to the center of the room. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. And they're all going to prepare to dodge and not take any attacks right now. So that would bring us to Weisnor. He is going to look to you guys and just be like, what's going on? What's the plan? And look to you, Abner, because it seems like you're getting ready to do something as well. So if you want to, change up the initiative. Seems like he'll follow your lead.
Well, Abner's going to say, well, this party just got interesting. So, look around. I'm guessing that this little thing right here is a table, and that's like a bench.
Yep.
So, how big is it? Can I pick it up and throw it?
Yeah, it's like 3 by 8, something. You can certainly try. If you want to go ahead and make an improvised weapon attack with the table. Or what did you want to throw it at?
I was just gonna pick this little bench up and throw it at that guy.
At Ferris?
No, this little.
At the assassin?
Yeah, assassin over here.
Okay, go for it.
So that'd just be a general strength roll.
So it would actually, yeah, so it'd be a d20, and you can add your strength or your dex. Oh no, natural one.
And I'm gonna go ahead and, because I'm lucky.
Oh yes, there you go. Your halfling's luck.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, so an 8 unfortunately will not hit. You guys watch as Abner picks up this table and like swings it around like Mario and Mario 64 or something. He does the full swing, 360 degrees, but unfortunately it just goes a little too wide, and the drow assassin dexterously dodges out of the way.
Alright, would I get my second attack?
Sure, yeah.
13 this time.
13 will still miss, unfortunately, as they're just too quick.
That's my
Sorry,
turn.
Abner.
No worries.
Alara, you're up.
Oh, so soon. All right. Well, okay. Alara's going to, she's going to step a little closer. About 5, 10, about 15 feet here.
Okay.
And then she is going to, since they seem to have jumped into action, I was going to do something else, but I guess no time like the present. She's going to cast slow on all 4 of them.
All right. Okay, very nice. So I will
And
roll.
that is
That's
a
wisdom.
DC 16 wisdom save on
Okay.
all 4 of them.
So I'll do Farius first. Farius gets a 26, so he
He's dead.
succeeds. Wow, that was good. That was lucky. So I'll go for the assassins. I'll do the one that is Bane first. Wisdom save. Let's see, what did they got? That's not gonna go well. That's a 3, so this one has Bane and Slow afflicting it now. So let's see, I'll put a little snail symbol for Slow. Then I'll do the one closest to the prince. That would be a 13, so he will fail as well. And then the final one, another 13. So all 3 of the assassins are slowed. Nicely done, Alara. You watch as the one who dexterously dodged right under the table as Abner threw it, seems to be moving more slowly now as Abner gets ready for another hit. Anything else, Alara?
I'd like to get Kaya in here. I don't know if that. I mean, you know, she's already summoned. She's just.
Yeah, you
waiting.
can bonus action summon your familiar.
All right, I'll have Kaya pop
Okay.
right next to me,
Sure.
and I'll mentally tell her.
Go ahead and move her.
Use her invisibility.
Okay. All right, so Kaya turns invisible. Can you move her token, Jeff?
Yes, I
Okay,
can.
great. And I'll just put a little invisible marker on her. I'll just go with the blue, just to remind myself. All right. So Prince Tobias is going to go. He is going to run towards the back wall, toward next to Lord Protector Yormun, and just look for a way out. But it seems just the crowd that has gathered at this back door here, it seems he's reached a dead end, as there's no exit back there, just the backstage, a bunch of people. You guys can hear shouting. It's from what it seems like behind like some curtain. So he will just end his turn there. Just you could see just looking like a scared young boy. Takes us to Juliana.
Okay. Alright. I'm going to. Oh, I can't move my. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Hold on. I'm gonna run to Mira.
Okay.
And just the bag, and hopefully she will hold out the bag for me. And I will grab my equipment from the bag of holding as my action.
Did you get the bag, Mira, or do you have it on you?
I think what we said at the end was that we kind of had, because we were talking about whether or not Mira could wear a belt with that dress.
Okay, right. Sure. I thought it was like in the where the weapons were, but that's fine. Sure.
No, we actually all before the party shoved our stuff in the bag of holding.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I was not wondering about that. I was wondering about where the bag of holding was, but Mira, I do remember now. Mira kept it on her person, so yes, you can retrieve anything you'd like from there, Juliana.
And I will stay put.
Okay. What did you get? Just say it again.
Me?
Yeah. What did you do? Take from the bag?
My equipment.
Okay.
Like
everything.
My bag, and
Gotcha.
is
Your
that
pack.
okay?
Yep.
Can I spend my
you're good.
action and bonus action?
Yeah.
Grabbing stuff?
Well, you still have a bonus action if you want to do something.
I don't want to have Mira right up against this guy, so I'm gonna stay put.
Okay. All right, Sinclair, it's your turn.
Awesome. So, last time I rolled really shit for knowing what was going on.
Mhm.
That's why I'm gonna say I'm at the end of the order. Anyways, I'm literally gonna walk right here.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the shove action to knock him prone.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an athletics check for me.
Cool. Oh, no, it says strength.
Yeah, then whatever works. You can do athletics if you want.
Yeah, I'll do athletics then.
Okay. Alright, so I have to... I thought it was the same as grapple, but let me double check. Instead of making an attack roll, you make an athletics check, contested by the target's athletics or dexterity. Yeah, so it is the same as a grapple. So he will use his athletics to try and stand his ground, since, and he gets a 12, so he is knocked prone.
For flavor, just imagine I literally grab him by the face and shove him over.
Okay, his now exposed head. He's lifted up the visor on his helmet, the one with the soot black knight's helmet, and he has these 3 long, like what almost look like peacock feathers or something, just like what do you call that? As the plume. And you guys watch as Amja just like grabs the helmet and just throws this guy to the ground. But he then stands up, eyes glowing red. He looks right at you, Sinclair. Oh, sorry. Was there more?
She finished her test.
Action. I'm gonna kick him while he's down.
With what?
I'm gonna kick him while he's down.
Okay, free action.
No, I have 2 not actions. So since it's shoving, it's technically a special melee attack, which means I get to use both my attack rolls.
I don't think so. I think I'm gonna rule that is your entire attack action, so you don't get extra attack for things like grappling and shoving.
No, I mean I literally can screenshot this. It's if you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this attack replaces one of them.
Okay, we can then thank you for clarifying that. So go ahead and do that.
I mean, it's an unarmed thing.
Sure, but yeah.
Hang on. Where is my d20?
Yes, I see that now. My mistake. But 20 just hit, or not just hits, but it does hit.
I natural 20 hit.
It just
yeah, go ahead and so this would just be I think 2 damage if you're trying to do damage to him, because it's an unarmed strike. So
Yeah.
nice job. Yeah, you kick his head in, leaving a little dent in his armor. Now is that the end of your turn?
Oh, I'm gonna at that. Because he's prone, he can't do jack shit. We're
Yes, you're right. Okay.
That-
So, for his turn now, he will stand up. He'll look to you, Sinclair's glaring red eyes. He says, "If you don't want harm to come to yourself or your friends, do not interfere." And he'll use half his movement to stand up, use the other half to move forward. 5, 10, 15. Double check his movement speed. Yeah, 30 feet. He will dash with the rest of his movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Vice Nor will take an attack of opportunity at him. It says short sword. That's just a little dagger that he has at his side. And so 19 will hit. That'll do 3 piercing damage to him there. But for Farius's bonus action, you watch as he takes one hand off the greatsword and clutches what looks to be a necklace around his neck, and utters some words, some arcane words in Elvish, looking directly at the prince, and he is going to cast Compelled Duel. So the prince is going to make a wisdom save. If I have his stats up here. And he will fail with a 9. So, if he cannot attack anyone except Farius, and if he tries to run away again, he has to make a wisdom save, or he cannot run away. So, that is his turn. Mira, back to you.
Well, I don't know what you're trying to do, Juliana, but maybe this will help. And I will cast Enhance Ability on Juliana. She ran at me awful fast, so she's wanting to do something. Okay. And, you know, I know that she's squirrely, so I'm going to go ahead and give her Cat's Grace so she can take advantage on dexterity checks.
Okay, just so you know, that does not include attack rolls. Just as a disclaimer, if you still want to do that.
It's still fine.
Okay.
Because I don't think throwing things are attack rolls, but also
It's
she does a lot of...
It is an attack.
Oh, it's fine. Well, still, you're like uncanny
Thanks.
dodge and all that, and you're fast. It'll work for something, I'm sure.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
And
watch
I'm
as
gonna go-
Juliana gets this burst of energy.
And I'm gonna come up and stand next to Alara.
Okay.
I'll end there.
All right. So it is the assassin's turn. Now, Jeff, remind me, they make a save at the end of their turn, correct?
For slow, let me just double
Yes.
check that.
At the end of its turn. So.
Yes, at the end.
Gotcha. So it can use either an action or a bonus action. Their speed is halved. So the one that's near Abner is going to step up to you, Abner, after you have thrown that table at him, and he's going to try and make a. You see him whip out like this. This really large dagger. It's like somewhere between a sword and a dagger, and it looks to be like coated in this green liquid. And he tries to take a slash at you. And that is a 20, so that will hit. So that is 7 piercing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
And it's just general poison, right?
Yes.
Alright, so I get advantage on it. Stout resilience.
Okay, with the advantage, you're good.
So, see the piercing, I would take 3.
Are you raged?
Wait, Rachel?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not.
So that would be 7 and 11 for a total of 18 damage. The one next to you, Juliana, is going to do the same thing. Um, 24 is gonna hit.
I mean, it's got to subtract a d4, but I don't think it's gonna help.
Yeah.
No. AC's 12 right now. Uncanny dodge.
Okay.
God.
Constitution save, please.
Okay. Against poison, so I have advantage on this because of
You
my
do.
necklace.
Yes, because of your necklace.
Con
Thank you,
save.
Alara.
Yeah, Jesus. Been waiting for someone to attack me with poison.
Okay, 22, you're good. So that will be half
22.
poison damage, so 15, plus the 4 piercing damage for a total of 19.
With uncanny dodge, would it be 2 piercing damage?
Why? I don't think so.
Any attacker that you can see, you can use your reaction to have the attack.
Okay, if you want to use your action,
Okay.
yes, you can.
Okay.
And I guess that would include the poison as well, right? I don't see why it wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's part of the
I
attack.
just didn't want
Okay.
to like stack myself.
No,
too
you're
much.
good. You're good. So that would be
So-
half of 19, rounded down, so 9.
Okay. 9
Okay.
poison.
Wow, not bad. You went from
And-
35 to 9. Rogues, man.
Yes.
Your healer is
Nice.
appreciative.
Good stuff.
Alright, let me reconnect. Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. Okay. And they would have a multi-attack, but that's slow. They can only make one attack. So this one is going to move down by Weissnor and attack him.
Really don't want to heal him, guys.
You got to. I want to know what he's up to.
Damn it.
Let's see.
We could always, fleece his corpse.
Take speak with dead later.
22 will hit. And that'll be 6 piercing and 19 poison damage. He will make a save. His Constitution. Ooh, he does not have very good Constitution. But he rolled a nat 20, so he is okay.
God.
And he will take 15 damage total. Alright. So that brings us back to Abner.
Well, he's gonna yell at the prince, towards the prince. He's like, "Fight him, you wussy!" Going to just
You can have
straight
inspiration if you don't.
up, he's just gonna straight up try and bear hug the assassin's legs together.
Okay,
Grab.
go for it.
Oh, and because he got hit, he's gonna go ahead and start raging.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So is this with advantage?
Yeah, because it's a strength check, so. The
Okay,
rage
and
gives
when you
him
rage, gotcha. Alright, so he will make
advantage.
an acrobatics check to try and contest that. So he has to beat a 17. Nat 20.
Man, there's
He's
a lot
not
of
grappled,
those.
unfortunately. Sorry, Abner. It was a good effort. Anything else? Alright, we'll go to
Well,
Laura.
I mean, if you'll allow me to do another attack, he'll just try and punch him in the groin.
Oh yeah, you can do another attack.
Okay.
Wait, is a grapple different from a shove in that I always thought it replaced your whole action, but I could be wrong based on what Amdra just told me.
I get the.
I'll let you do it. You already rolled for it, so you didn't, but go ahead anyway. I'll look it up.
Doesn't matter to me. We can wait.
Okay.
Depends on the viewers at home.
Yeah, if you're making multiple attacks, this attack replaces one of them, so you can grapple.
Okay.
Yeah, see, you learn something new every day.
So, punch the nards. 19.
19 hits. Critical hit to the nards.
Yeah.
Like a 1d2, right?
Yeah, so that would just be 1 plus your strength, I guess.
Okay, so 3 then.
Okay.
Pray
Nice.
to the baby maker.
Alright. So Prince Tobias is gonna go. He's gonna make a wisdom save. Oh no, I'm sorry. I skipped Alara. Alara, you're up.
With that's okay. With Mira popping up next to me, I'll just reach inside the bag and pull out my magic wand here,
Okay.
and then I will point it at this one who had dared to attack Juliana.
Okay.
And I guess I'll use 5 charges, so that's like 8 missiles, correct?
Yes, it should be. Yeah. Alright, nice. Someone do me a favor and tally that up.
Okay.
30.
Okay, 30, nice. Okay, you guys watch as these 8 separate magic missiles, just seemingly out of nowhere, it's like in one motion, Alara pulls the wand out of the bag of holding and unleashes 8 bolts, arcing around Juliana and over her head to pierce this drow assassin just in various parts of his torso and his neck, going right through his leather armor. He gets the wind knocked out of him as he tries to just brush off the damage, which was a lot. Nice job, Alara.
Okay, and then I will have Kaya being invisible. She's going to float towards the prince, right
Okay.
up this way.
Sure.
So I'll just have her kind of flow up this way. I think she has just checking her fly speed here. Let's see. Yeah, it's 30 feet, so
Okay. And I forgot to roll wisdom saves for these assassins, but 2 of them break out of the slow. So it'd be the first one and the last one. So the one that you just attacked is no longer slowed, but it is still baned. Actually, do they save for Bane too? I think they do.
was about to check for that.
Let me do that again then. So this one will be for Bane. But that will fail.
Ew. Oh, thank God.
And then the one up by Weissnor breaks out of it as well. So they are no longer slowed, Alara. So, but still the one guy by Abner is.
okay.
Okay.
And Alara's just going to move up just a little ways here.
Okay. Is that your turn?
That's it.
Okay, great. Nice turn. Tobias, he's going to make a wisdom save to try and break out of the compelled duel. 17. So he will do it. Just barely. And he then shakes Tolwyn, the Lord Protector, and you can overhear him shouting, "You gotta get me out of here, Tolwyn, please!" Seemingly ignoring Abner's comments from earlier, has no intention of fighting this guy. So he'll just go and hide, or try and hide behind Tolwyn there. Juliana, brings us to you.
Tom. Okay. Hold on, let me copy. Can I copy and paste this?
Uh-oh.
Okay. I'll look at the assassin in front of me like, that looked like it hurt, and then I'm gonna bonus action disengage. and run up between Weissnor and Mira.
Okay.
So I have a clear line of sight, and I'm going to pull the iron bands of binding out of my bag and throw them
All right.
at Ulfarius. So I'm
Okay.
gonna copy. Oh, that was long. So that's
What?
the iron bands of binding.
Okay.
And so it's gonna be. What is it? I haven't done this before. Is it R/ or /R?
It's /R.
Sure.
Okay. 1d20.
But your dex modifier plus your proficiency bonus would be like a normal longbow attack or something. Or
I think it's a. I could roll it as a short bow or a dagger. I'll roll it as a dagger.
Okay.
Okay. Let me delete that then. Okay.
Ah. Unfortunately, it just goes a little wide as the ball, the iron bands you see as they fly through the sky. Once they reach over Farius, they like pop open a bit, like looking for something to grasp onto. But unfortunately, they go wide and close once again and hit the far corner of the room. Farius looks back at you, Juliana, with his glaring red eyes once more, but still seems intent on his target.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip him the bird. Just
okay. Sinclair.
Okay. Sorry, my finger slipped. I am going to walk. Well, not walk. I'm kind of booking it a little. Over here, avoiding the melee range of this guy.
Okay.
Because I would prefer not to. And so that way I'm set up next to Mira, but for now, I'm going to cast Ray.
All right. Nice.
Wow. Nice.
Did it show up? Okay, and it's 3, so... Oh, damn.
Okay. Well, wait, who was this on? I'm sorry.
The
Ferris. Okay, alright. So, natural 20, definitely roll for that. The 17 and the 6 both missed, though.
God, he's easy. Okay.
19.
I didn't mean to double click that. So it's 8 plus 4, right?
Okay, yes, so that would be 12 fire damage to this guy. Nice. Definitely leaves, you see a charred black mark just in the back of his armor, and looks like some of the flames from this spell just seep into like different corners of his armor and like knock him forward a bit. Damaging both his armor and charring him up. But he still seems focused on his goal.
Damn. I'm actually gonna say, hope that hurts at his back.
Okay.
So sassy.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, because that was a spell attack. Can't do it twice.
Okay. Gotcha. So Farius, he looks back at you, Sinclair, and he says, pain is nothing but an obstacle in the way of a greater goal for the greater good. And he rushes forward to the prince, running past Kaya, towering over both Tolwyn and Tobias, and he takes his greatsword, and you see him like put it up to like his neck, Prince Tobias, and he says, "Coward," and he'll make an attack.
Watch.
22 hits. That'll be 8 slashing damage plus 7 necrotic damage as Tolwyn, you see his sword, or not, you see Farius' sword light up in this purple and black and red necrotic energy as he goes to take a downward slash at his torso, but at the last moment hits him with the blunt of his sword, knocking him unconscious.
Was it?
With his second attack, with the new information I discovered, he will grapple the prince and pick him up in his other arm, holding the great sword, and that is going to be his turn. So he is now up on stage, holding Prince Tobias in one arm. Mira, you're up.
Protector needs to get his stuff together.
Okay, so the prince is unconscious.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So next turn he's gonna start making death saves.
And he
yeah?
screamed like a little girl. Yes.
And he screamed like a little girl. Good to know. Alright. This is terrible. I shouldn't do this, but I have to do something. Alright, I'm gonna pop up here on the steps. I am going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Hopefully this will help a little bit. I don't think it'll quite hit him, but I need some protection. I'm not doing this whole carrion crawler thing again. Alright.
Alright.
So it is 15 feet around me. I don't think it'll quite hit him, but thanks to being a Grave Domain cleric, I can cast this at 30 feet as a bonus action.
Wow, alright.
So the prince is stable and will not be making death saves this round.
Okay. Okay, so with your at range, spare the dying, you are able to stabilize the prince. You may want to move back a step though, because you do have actually no, allies don't get affected by the spirit guardians, right? Okay, gotcha. So you guys watch as the wooden floorboards beneath you begin to split as these ghostly, spectral skeleton hands all begin to climb up and out of the floor in a 30-foot radius around Mira. And these ghostly spirit guardians of what look to be like long dead sailors and pirates just start, some of them with legs, some of them like more like spectral, like floating forms. They just start circling around this entire room. And Farius and the assassin are both caught in the middle of it. And they're both going to take damage now, right?
I believe
when it appears?
When they on their turn.
On their turn, okay.
So
they have to make a
the
wisdom
first
save.
time
Gotcha.
on a turn, or when they start their turn
Okay.
there, they must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they take 3d8.
Nice.
And then on a successful save, they take half.
Gotcha. So it is the assassin's turn right now, so he will make a wisdom save. That is a 9, so go ahead and roll your 3d8. And Farius will... Actually, he doesn't go yet. Okay, 15 damage. Nice. Okay, so that is gonna be 15 to him. Alright, I'm not gonna say his HP out loud. Okay, cool. So on his turn, he is going to disengage from Weisnor and run up towards Farius there. The other one is going to is still slowed. So he doesn't think he can get away. So he's gonna attack Abner. Does a 14 hit Abner?
It does.
Without armor, yeah. Well, I guess either way right now. But that will be 7 piercing damage, and make a con saving throw for the poison, please.
12.
12. Okay, so that'll be 30 damage total. You can reduce the 7. And Abner's not looking too good right now.
I'm fine.
Alright. The remaining one is going to... he's going to move up as well. He wants to avoid the Spirit Guardians, though. So he'll move 5, 10, 15, disengage, 20, 25, 30. And so that'll be his turn. Because he used his action to disengage. So we'll go to Weisnor. He will chase after this one that's fleeing. Actually, no, he will not do that. He sees his buddy Abner needs some help. He sees you looking rough, Abner, so he's going to go over there. And he'll actually flank this guy. And he will make a short sword attack. For a natural 20, and he gets his sneak attack as well. So that would be... so 7 for the regular damage, and then the sneak attack damage. Where is that? I think I just have to roll it manually. So that would be 4d6, because it's a natural 20. So that'd be 7 plus 9. So 16 damage to this guy.
That's so sad.
What?
Good hit. Yeah, that is rough. Damn. 3 ones. But nevertheless, everything helps as this guy, he turns around with a giant gash in his back. You see now Abner, Weissnor hop over the tables and come over to help you out. But nevertheless, this drow assassin still looks like he has some vigor left in him. And now it's your turn.
Alright, Abner's just gonna growl, fight your own battles. And then he's just
Excuse
gonna
me.
go full bore at this guy. Just punching him.
Okay.
So 9 doesn't hit.
You have advantage.
Oh.
To
Did
the
he turn
flank.
to the other guy? Okay.
Yeah.
17.
17. Let me double check. Yes, that does hit.
Alright, so that would be 3 damage for that one.
Okay.
That's 1 attack.
I love Abner's just punching these guys.
20 hits.
Yes, 20 hits.
Alright, so that would be 13 damage.
Okay. Did you add your rage too to that last one?
Oh, no.
So that would be
I didn't.
5. Alright.
Yeah. So 5, 5.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go ahead and attack recklessly since I'm almost dead.
You
For
mean
that
frenzy?
extra. Yeah, frenzy,
Okay.
sorry. So another 5, 15 damage.
Okay. Alright. 15 damage for being unarmed. Not too bad. I'm not even a monk. Alright, good turn, Abner. Anything else?
Nah, it's pretty much just pissed off that Weissnor's helping him out.
Alright, we'll go to Alara.
Okay, I'm going to have Kaya go pick up those iron bands wherever they flew to.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure. So
okay.
they're like by the piano over there.
All right, so she's going to grab those,
Mm-hmm.
and then she'll eventually make her way back over to hand to Juliana. In the meantime,
Okay. Just go ahead and move her so, we can keep track of her movement.
Okay.
Oh, I lost everyone's video. What happened?
So did I.
Oh, no.
Reconnect in 3, 2,
2,
1.
It's like everyone logged out to me.
Yeah, I don't see anyone. That's so weird. I bet you... Oh, I see
I
Sinclair.
got Amdra.
I got Andrew back.
But anyway,
I'm frozen.
we'll just keep going. Jeff, go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. Yes. Focusing on this one who was moving away.
Okay.
Going to do magic missile at level 2. This is actually a spell slot, so it'll be 4. And
When's connection to the
Yeah,
server
roll
gonna
yeah,
20.
lost connection to the server here. That's 12
Oh,
damage.
no. Okay, I don't know if I can update it now. Let me,
Yeah, mine's not.
let me
I can't see
refresh
it.
my page.
Alright.
Oh,
I see
man.
them.
Gotta love roll 20.
I
Yeah,
see
they
them.
just came
Fantastic.
back.
Yeah, I can see him.
Okay.
Everyone's got like a little exclamation point over their camera.
Mm-mm.
Gotta love the servers.
Oh, no.
And
Did
yet-
I lose
and
the
yet
turn? No,
Justin's
turn
moving.
order is still good. Okay. Alright, so I see now. So just tell me again, Jeff, which assassin that was on?
The one that moved that hit earlier. So it was this one, I believe. There was one that was down here,
The top,
Then move
middle,
up
or the
Okay,
bottom.
okay. The middle one. Gotcha.
right in the middle. Yes.
Yes. And that was 12 damage, right? If I
That is
remember
correct.
right. Nice. Okay, this
Five,
one's looking
two.
rough. But good turn. So Kaya's over there. She's got the bands, but I think that is the full extent of her movement for now.
And then Alara, just to let me just see. She's going to move right here.
Okay. All right. Noted. Okay, so then let's go to Prince Tobias. He is stabilized. So Juliana.
Okay. Hold on. Let me count if I can get to Kaya. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can get like right here on the other side of the table in that green carpet.
Mm-hmm.
If I got there, could Kaya hand me the iron bands of binding?
You can grab them from her, yeah.
Okay. All right. I will
let you do that. It's your object interaction.
Yeah, I will move there.
Okay.
Grab them from her, and for the second time,
okay, good luck.
Attempt to throw them at Farius. There's a gnat in here.
Okay.
I got it.
Let's hope it's a nat 20.
I know. Question. So, Lord Protector over there, does he count as an enemy? Never mind. Wait a minute. Just forget I said that. Okay. I don't need sneak attack for this. I was gonna originally teleport.
Oh yeah, all good.
If I made it. Okay. Dagger roll. Here we go. Does the 23 hit?
23 does hit.
He is. I'm gonna say the Sylvan word for ensnare as I throw it, and it just hugs him real tight.
Okay, you guys watch as
the
I know,
these iron bands of binding fly in the air towards Farius, and then immediately as they make contact with his torso, hits him right in the chest. The ball it expands into like several sets of chains that become like taut, like magically almost. One of them you see lifts his left arm up and pins it just in space. The other one, and then his legs do the same. He is bound by all 4 limbs, and he drops Prince Tobias to the floor. He looks. He goes, "No, what is this?" And he glares back at you, Juliana, with rage in his eyes. He's not looking too happy, and he will try to break out of it on his turn, but he can't do anything now. Nice job.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Kaya and be like, thanks.
All right. So we'll go to Sinclair.
Cool. I'm gonna tell me what assassin looks worst off.
The one that is baned.
Yeah, the screen for me is so small that I can't actually tell. Is that this one?
Yes.
Yeah, my glasses aren't even helping. Well, I'm gonna, for crying out loud, my mouse keeps sticking. I'm just gonna come right here so I'm not directly behind Alara, and I am going to cast a spell. I had the spell. Oh, I straight up forgot I had command. When did I have command?
Shit.
I'm gonna cast. I don't want to waste Scorching Ray. Just 2 bolts above blast, I guess. Hang on. That didn't do what I wanted it to.
You have the macro on your character sheet for Eldritch Blast, right?
Yeah, I do. I just
okay. 10 will miss, unfortunately.
I figured. I get 2 though.
Yes.
So.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that sucks.
Damn it. Okay.
Sorry, Sinclair.
It's okay. It's okay. we all know that I can't aim at all.
Any bonus or anything?
I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay.
I'm hoping someone attacks me, but no one has.
Okay. Yes, no one has yet. So Farius will go. So he's going to roll a check to try and break out of the iron bands.
He also has to roll a wisdom save because he's
Oh,
in
yeah.
a circle of dead people.
And he can't move,
And-
so he will. Wow, that's awesome. Damn, you guys are too good at this game for me.
We've been planning this all week.
So have I. No, just kidding. So his wisdom save. Come on. He will fail, so go ahead and roll 3d8.
Like, spell DC is so low, so I'm always so excited when somebody fails.
12. Nice, 12 damage, pretty good. Okay. No, that's not right. How do I math? Okay. So this is a strength check, not an athletics check.
Yep.
So that's tough.
It's
All right.
a DC 20.
So his strength is +5, which is pretty good. But so he has to roll
If he
a 15. So
doesn't
there is,
kills the item.
well, there's only a 1/4 chance that he'll be breaking out of this right now.
It's
So
okay. It's okay. You've been
Let's
rolling
see.
really well.
11. He fails. You see
And for
him.
the next 24 hours, he cannot break out.
You see him trying to pull on the chains, trying to break him, but he can't. He is still suspended midair. He's like, "What is this sorcery?"
Sorcery.
Ironically, that's the only thing that isn't.
It is magic.
Mira, your turn.
Is I once more. Alright, well, now that we know that he is all taken care of, I have a barbarian who's on his last legs. Are you fine? I don't think I have any distance heals right now. Sorry. I didn't think we would be fighting. So I will take this moment to the one that's baned, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on. Because why not?
Okay, nice. 25 definitely hits.
What the hell? Why does that keep closing? 46 radiant damage.
Yeah. You could just click it also.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, it's been a while since we fought.
Yeah, right?
Yay.
10 radiant damage, nice. And he is now outlined in this glowing yellow radiant energy. So the next person that attacks him will have advantage. Nice. Anything else, Mira?
But nobody has gone unconscious yet, so my good bonus action thing is not good to go yet.
Okay. Alright, cool. So, the assassin's turn. The one that is in the Spirit Guardians will make a wisdom save. And 14 fails.
No, 14 is my spell DC.
Okay, so does he take half? Or nothing?
Yes, I'll take
Okay,
half.
so go ahead and roll your 3d8 or whatever it is. Can you guys hear that siren?
That was it.
Yeah,
Sirens,
sorry.
y'all. Don't think it's me.
They're after me.
He's too good of a DM. Get him out of here.
Oh no. Okay, 16, nice. So that would be halved for 8
8.
damage. Alright. Okay.
Get wrecked.
So on his turn, actually this assassin, the one that is no, this one's gonna move down towards his buddy, try and help him out. He is Bane, he has the Guiding Bolt, but he's gonna try and make an attack on Abner. because he sees he's looking pretty weak, and he wants to get his friend out.
Gotta have his lover come in and help him, huh?
Sorry, when I refreshed, all my character sheets went everywhere. Okay, so that would be a 12. Does that hit?
No.
Okay, nice. So somehow he misses. But this one's not slowed, and he does have multi-attack, so he's gonna try again. Another 12. You're lucky, you're lucky. And then the other one, he'll look to his friend and be like, "What are you doing? We gotta get out of here." So I'll hold out for his turn. The one up near the Spirit Guardians, he takes several steps towards Farius, and he says, you hear him shout, for those who can understand Elvish, shouts, "My lord." But it's strange. It's like a different dialect of Elvish almost that you might be used to, Alara. And you see this drow assassin reach into the like a side pouch that Farius has underneath his cape, and pull out what looks to be a scroll. And the assassin begins to read from it.
Yes!
All right.
Yes! My girl!
So this is a 4th level spell, as he tries to cast Dimension Door. So you need to roll, I believe, an intelligence check, and you have to beat an 11. Or no, 10. You have to beat a 14.
14, yeah.
You can do this.
Oh, that's straight intelligence?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. It's a good effort, Alara, as you go quickly to counterspell, as this like pink door appears, this pink spectral door in the ground, and with one hand on Farius, he says, "My lord, we must escape." And then Farius looks to all of you, and he looks to Prince Tobias, and he says, "We may have failed today, but this is only the beginning of the reclamation of these lands rightfully belonging to Dunskaye." And then they both, the pink door encapsulates both of them, and they disappear.
Says the wussy that's running from the fight.
Yeah.
The iron bands retract as he disappears back into their ball form.
Thank God we didn't lose him.
And just plop on the ground. And they are both gone.
Oh, we still have 2 assassins to deal with.
You do still have 2 assassins. You hear Abner, the one next to you, he yells something in Elvish, which you can't understand, but Alari may be able to hear from that distance. They seem distressed that they seem to have been abandoned. He's yelling, "They left without us! They left without us! We gotta get out of here!" So this one is going to, he's still slowed, but he's going to disengage as his action, and just move. He can't move far. We'll go 5, 10, 15. That's really all he can do. And then the other one already went, so that's Weissnor's turn. Weissnor is going to move up here to get the advantage, and then do an attack on this assassin.
Could have already gotten an advantage.
Oh, yeah.
He would have, yeah, but so that is a, well, he'll roll again. Nope, I'm rolling for the wrong sheet. What am I doing? We won't count that. Sorry, I have too much stuff open. Where'd you go? Oh man, can't believe that counterspell missed. That was so close.
I know.
Ugh.
Oh shit. There goes my internet.
Nope, you seem good.
I was
Okay,
plugged
okay,
in.
okay.
Hold on.
15 will hit, but he'll roll again for the natural 20. Just in case. And he gets it. Nice. So, good thing he had that advantage. And with his short sword damage, that'll be 7 piercing damage, and then he gets another sneak attack. That's another 4d6. So that'll be 15 plus 7, so 22 damage to this guy, as he is really not looking rough. You see there's like several mortal wounds like piercing his leather armor now. It looks like he's barely hanging on, just looking for an escape.
Shouldn't that be doubled since he got a natural 20?
It is double. It's 2d6
Oh,
normally, so I just rolled 4.
Gotcha,
straight
okay.
away. Yeah. But Abner, it's your turn.
Well, he's gonna go ahead and just start punching the guy that, joined the fight. So
Okay.
it's like, I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm guessing you're peeing yourself right now.
You have advantage. 16 hits.
5 damage for that one.
Yes.
Second
So
attack.
that's actually he has 4 HP, so that's the killing blow. So how do you want to finish this guy off, Abner?
Well, considering he's punching, I mean, just
His
straight
bare
groin
hands.
punch.
With one final groin uppercut, this Abner knocks this drow assassin. Do you want to make this lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Okay.
I mean, he's punching, so I figure, it's enough.
Yeah. Okay, so knocks this drow assassin out. You do still have some attacks if you wanted to, move and try and hit the other guy.
Yeah, I'll come and I'm gonna try and run and grapple him.
Okay, go for it. Okay. So strength checks, that's a 15. And he actually should have, before I roll his save, I'm gonna roll a save for the slow, because I forgot to do that. And it's a 2, so he is still slowed, so he has disadvantage on dexterity checks, I believe. Is that right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So he'll roll his acrobatics check with disadvantage. And that would be a 16, which actually still succeeds, so he's not grappled. Any bonus action, Abner?
Nope. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Alara, you're up.
Fierce that they left, she fires fireball at this one. No, I'm just joking.
Go for it.
Bah!
No, she just focuses on the one that's still standing and level 2 magic missiles.
Okay.
So that's going to be 4 of them.
All right. So that is 5, 11.
11.
Nice. All right, this one's looking rough as well. Anything else, Alara? Bonus?
Nope. No.
I can feel Jeff's frustration. Ugh. All right, Juliana, you're up.
Before I go, I have a question about how much I would know about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, having been to the Casper before and seeing him make her down, would I know that the Cat's Whisper has or some kind of underground chamber?
Make a history check for me. Also, your video's gone.
Okay.
And this is just a free action. Yeah, I won't make you use your action to recall information.
Okay. It's not going to be great. Am I reconnected?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Just kidding. It's going to be great.
Yes, you do remember there is a basement area of the Cat's Whisper, and there are sets of stairs going down nearby as well. As to the nature of what exactly that spell was or what it does, you're less sure about that.
If you can say no to this, but I would like to bonus action dash to the stairs.
Okay. Why would I say no to that?
I mean, if I wouldn't know that they're going, that it like the door went down, like looked like it was going down as opposed to just in the air. I'm gonna assume they went downstairs, but I don't know if I'm like smart enough to figure that out. So
it's definitely worth a try.
Okay.
I figure she'd just be trying anything. Yeah, go for it.
All right, I will bonus action.
So you could see them on the map, right?
downstairs.
So how much of your movement was that?
So if it's a bonus action dash, it'd be 60 feet. Because a dash is 60 feet, yeah.
Right, I'm just, I meant more, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20,
5, 10. Hold on.
60. Okay, you can,
So
like, just get to the stairs, yeah.
Yeah, and then I would like to use my movement to descend.
Okay. So you used all your movement with the dash, right? So dash doubles your movement speed, and that was your bonus action?
Even if it's like my bonus action dash.
Yeah, so that would give you another 30 feet, right? So your regular movement's 30 feet, your dash movement is 30 feet, so that makes it 60. You can, if I'm not mistaken, dash again using your regular action if you want to do that, but then you don't get an action.
I will use my regular action to dash down the stairs and into the bottom chamber.
Okay. So you go downstairs and you see what looks to be... It's actually very dark down here.
Naturally.
Do you... I don't think you can see. Actually, yeah. Okay. So...
That's okay.
Nothing right now, but, we'll keep that in mind. There are, like, some, like... torches
like,
lit.
Very low light.
Yeah, very a dim, I don't know what you would call it, torch sconces on the wall, just like for areas where they keep the mead and barrels of food and things, just so people can bring them back up. But beyond that, you don't see anything or anyone down here. Besides, and there are some like cowering, party goers,
Patrons.
just a couple, yeah. And some of the employees that worked here, but beyond that, nothing.
Thank you.
Sinclair.
I'm gonna hold both hands so it's pointing at the only one who's conscious, and I'm gonna. You want to surrender or not?
Looks to you and says, "Never."
Okay. And I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
Okay. All 3 hit.
Awesome. Because we've got 1 hostage already.
8, 11, 6. Okay. So that is quick maths. 25.
Yep.
All right. This one's looking really rough now as you pummel it with those 3 balls of fire. Sinclair. They hit this drow assassin. And Scar's leather armor and his skin. And he does not look too happy, and he's looking desperate at this point.
And I also moved my maximum movement, but that's it.
Gotcha. All right. Mira, you're up.
The last one, I have a range of 120 feet.
What does? Guiding bolts,
Guiding
okay.
bolt has a range of 120.
Yes, it does, and 15 just hits.
Okay.
9 radiant damage, okay. He had 8 hit points. Mira, how do you want to do this?
Kind of just want it to, like, hit him. He's running, right?
Yes, running away.
Like, smack dab in the
Slowly.
middle of his back, so he just face plants.
Okay. And you do so as this guiding bolt hits him in the back, and his skin starts to turn into this glowing yellow, like this glowing yellow fire encompasses him. and it leaves him charred and burnt as he falls to the ground, and what looks to be some magical, with these magical holy markings all over his skin, that are just burnt in like this radiant flame, and he falls over dead. It's quiet in the ballroom now. You've killed 2 assassins, 1 escaped with Farius.
Nope, one of them is still alive. He's just unconscious.
Yes, you defeated both assassins, I should say. Weissnor says, "Is everyone all right?"
I want to...
Runs over, he says, my prince. Runs over to help out Prince Tobias.
Can I wave Mira over? I want Mira to come over here so I can grab my rope.
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. I'm gonna take rope and I'm gonna tie the one currently still alive up real good.
Okay.
Real good.
Also probably gonna whack him and give him 1 point of HP with my healing hand.
Okay.
After he's all tied up.
Okay.
So he'll still be unconscious, but like he's not in any danger now.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, sure. So you guys tie him up. Sinclair, you heal him for 1 hit point, and he regains consciousness. While that's happening, you see Weissnor and Lord Tolwyn. They're both they have the prince each over one shoulder. They're helping him stand as they begin to walk forward with him in tow. Mira, I'll assume you turn your spirit guardians off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they walk over as at this point some of the patrons, they start to come out of hiding as the commotion settles down, and you hear some people like, "Is it over? Is it safe to come out?"
Say that Mira kind of goes over to where they are. Go ahead and set him down. I should be able to do something for this.
Okay, if you're sure. And they set him down on a table.
And luckily, I did not make sure I got rid of all my healing spells. And I've got 1 last first level, and I will go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on Prince.
Okay.
That is D8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, and it's about a hot ass minute since I've seen what that is. That's just my wisdom modifier. Sorry, so 1d8 plus.
Generally, it should be your wisdom plus your.
Plus my proficiency bonus?
I think so.
We're +3.
Your
right
spell
now,
attack bonus, I believe.
My spell attack bonus.
Oh no, your
okay,
spellcasting ability modifier. So just your wisdom. Yes. Sorry.
Just the wisdom. Okay.
Yeah,
so yeah,
that's what
it's
Justin
1d8 plus
said.
3.
Okay, you heal him for more than enough. That was all his hit points. So he comes back up. He's breathing heavily. And at this point, several white cloaks rush in with spears ready. And Mira, you see the woman you spoke to, captain of the guard, Lady Sevron. And she, with her booming voice, she shouts out, "Search the perimeter. Check for any remaining assassins. See if they escaped, and we'll find this Farius fellow."
You're kind of late.
He couldn't have gone far.
Can I poke? I'm just gonna poke the one I have all tied up in the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Now you just need to marinate for an hour. But then I want to look over at whoever seems to have the most authority and say, I can probably do Zone of Truth if you just give me a chance to kind of rest up and regain my energy.
Lady Severin, she walks over, and she looks to you, Sinclair, and says, "Thank you for your service to the Empire. You've done an excellent job in securing these criminals. We will take him to the dungeon beneath Dawnbreaker Point. Something tells me a simple Zone of Truth spell won't make this one talk, but we have our methods.
I look immensely concerned at that. Because that goes against everything to do with my character. But I cannot fight everyone in the room. So, I'm just gonna reach over to Abner and I'm gonna cast 5 Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
I guess that's 5d8 plus. Hang on. Okay, so that's 5d8 plus 25.
For cure wounds?
She said she's
Well,
cast
using-
it 5 times.
Oh.
And so I'm blowing all of my spell slots.
Damn,
right
okay.
Now. So plus 25 because each time I cast it, it's plus 5.
You don't want to save your spell slots for the next fight that's about to happen? No, just kidding. Well, I mean, you know, who knows? But
Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I want to take one of those daggers too.
Oh, the ones that the assassins were using.
Yeah.
yeah. So at this point, you know, Lady Sevron, she says to her guards who are now holding the drow assassin, she says, "Search him." And you know, they start going through his belongings. The other one that's you know, that Mira finished off with the guiding bolt. You know, they aren't focused on him right now, and he does seem to have you know, one of those daggers. If you wanted to take that.
Yeah, I'm taking the dagger.
Okay.
So Abner's gonna look at the guard and be like, "Hey, isn't he some sort of royal porcupine like type? He was with the big guy, and he said he was a prince."
Who are you? Say that again. And who is that to?
The guard captain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's asking, you know, this is supposed to be some sort of, because he's an idiot, he says porcupine instead of, God damn it, I had it in my head. Never mind, the joke's gone.
Sorry, that was my, I just, my mic went out the first time. But she kind of looks around, and looks at you, Abner, and says, you did an excellent service for the prince and in saving his life. We thank you. What? And she looks to all of you now and says, "What did you see when the Black Knight disappeared with the other assassin?"
You mean aside from the prince pissing himself?
She says, she actually does laugh. She like tries to hide it. She says, "Yes, besides that."
I went through some magic gateway.
She looks to you, Alara, and says, "Did you... you are a wizard, yes? Did you recognize the spell?"
Sort of.
Do you want to roll an Arcana check, Alara? See if you can glean any more information off of it.
Give me a second.
Okay.
12 again.
Sure. So, you're able to recognize it as a dimension door. That 12, that cursed 12.
What gets me is that I had inspiration, and I never use inspiration, so I didn't even think of to use inspiration.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah,
Anyway.
That's tough. That's tough. Yeah. So you know it's a spell of the spell was Dimension Door, but the specifics of it you can't recall at the moment. But you know, the captain, she looks at you and says, and she can see you're frustrated, and you know, she says, "Don't beat yourself up. You did fine work. Even though Farius got away, you all saved the life of our next monarch. So the city and the nation owes you a great debt." and Tolwyn says, he comes forward and says, "Oh, yes, I would second that. Thank you, Captain. Please see to it that these criminals are thrown into the dungeon with haste. As for the rest of you, I believe, well, we had plans to welcome you to Dawnbreaker Point soon anyway, but now I believe there's a more welcoming reception in store for these heroes who helped save not only my life, but the life of our young prince. We'll reward you aptly, and don't forget, I still do have that task I was meaning to ask of you, and based on the events of tonight, it might be more important now than ever."
Question. May I light a torch and look around in this basement to see if there's any way they could have come in?
Sure.
I haven't heard any of this, so I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I'm just seeing a bunch of scared people.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you light your torch. Make a perception check.
That is a 15.
Okay. Are you looking for anything specific, or like you said a secret way in?
Either like a secret way in, or some way they could have gotten inside.
Okay.
Or out.
Gotcha. So looking around, it is, dim in here, so, with the torch, you can't see too far away, so you kind of have to get up close and inspect things. But it doesn't seem like there is another, staircase on the other side that goes up. But beyond that, there's no other, entryways or exits in here that you can see.
Okay, I'll make my way back upstairs then.
Okay.
If I don't see them, I don't see a way they could have left, so I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Sure.
They're gone. I don't see them down there. Wow. Hey, everybody.
Here, Prince Tobias, he, now that he's regained consciousness and he's all healed up, he's like, you hear him talking to Protector Tolwyn. He says, "I want my whole guard staff fired for everything that's happened tonight. That was unacceptable. To think that this is supposed to be the best security that my father's money can afford, this is unheard of. We are heading back to Ultimald this instant." And Lord Protector Tolman says, my lord, please, why don't you spend the night here and sleep on it and think on things?" And the prince points his finger at Lord Tolwyn, and he says, "And you'll be hearing from my father as well. He will not be happy about these events. Not only to threaten my life and attack me, but to spread lies and slander about myself and my father. It's unacceptable." And he storms off, and there's some guards that, approach from the ones that rushed in. They some of them follow him out. The other ones, the ones that belong to the Ravenna Guard, they stay.
Can I check on the half-orc, or is he for sure dead?
So he would have one of the guards, a passerby, stabilized him. So he's down, he's unconscious, lost a lot of blood, but he's okay.
Okay, I'm still gonna walk over and dump like 5 points of healing hands on him.
Okay.
Just kind of put my hand, I guess, on his bicep.
All right.
May I pick up the bands?
Yes, you may pick up the bands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's put those back.
So I know you mentioned, Sinclair, that you were taking the dagger off of the one that died. I don't know if you're searching his entire person, but he does have a pouch with, it looks like, some more items in it.
Oh, that was violent. Smack it.
Can you hear me?
Boss.
I can now.
Kinda.
Okay. Yeah. Believe it or not, my dad works. anyways, yeah, I want to search him, I guess, 'cause I'm so good at investigation checks.
Okay.
But if I know the dagger, you're taking that.
Sure. So you take the dagger. You take. He looks to have a coin purse with 210 silver pieces in it. So it was pretty heavy. There's also a scroll tucked away in that same pouch. As well as he has a necklace on it. It is a or not wearing it, but it's in the same pouch. It's a blue, like a deep, dark royal blue and dark gray, 7-pointed star.
When I see the scroll, I'm gonna look over to Alara and say, Alara, I need your elven eyes.
She's still disappointedly just walks over towards her
Um,
and says, "What do you have, dear?"
so I just kind of gently bounce the scroll in my hand and then hand it to her. Then I take the coins and probably just chuck them at Mira. I suspect so. And then I want to, I guess, kind of. Oh wait, hang on, 1 second. I think I actually have. Oh wait, did I get rid of that spell? No, I didn't. Okay, I want to ritually cast detect magic.
Okay. So the scroll is definitely magic. It's illusion magic. You don't sense any magic coming from the necklace. Let's see, who else is here? Beyond the the magic items that you and your party are carrying, there's nothing else except you do also sense some other illusion magics on. Well, you actually sense some illusion magic on the gnome, the gnomish inventor that Alara was speaking to, who's kind of just out in the crowd. Looks like he has like a there's something in his pocket or is radiating a illusion magic.
He's trying to be tall.
Actually, a kobold.
I'm gonna relay that information to Alara because Alara was talking with him, so that feels like right. And then I'm gonna show Boss Lady the pendant. I'm sure if there is any other pendants, they would have found them on the other body because they searched it.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the body. I'm searching the dead guy, right? And they were searching the living.
Yes. And they did find a similar one. Do you want to roll a religion check for me, Sinclair?
Yeah. Give me a hot second, because
Sure.
I character sheet. Like a dumbass. Where's religion? It's one of the ones I'm okay at. Why isn't it clicking? Oh, good.
Okay, 19, nice. Yeah, so you recognize this as it's you kind of have to rack your brain. It does seem familiar, and it's not something you have seen often. It's mostly something you've heard about rather than seen. But this is the holy symbol of the Seldarine, however you want to say it. This is the pantheon of elven gods that the people of Dunskaye worship and have worshipped for many thousands of years, but whose worship now is outlawed in the Vermilion Empire. So this just being caught with something like this could get you thrown in jail.
I'm gonna toss it to one of the guards because I would prefer not to.
Okay. As the guards, they take the living drow elf who's remaining silent. They carry him out supposedly heading towards the dungeon. Some other guards take the dead body of the other drow. And Tolwyn, he strides over to you all, and he says, I sincerely cannot thank you enough once again. I think I need to head home to my family for the evening after such a scare, but please do come to Dawnbreaker Point, and so we can honor you properly for the work that you've done. And then he takes his leave, accompanied by several other guards.
Look around bewildered. It's like, party's still going, right?
Seems
Probably not, dear.
music has stopped.
Gussied up for no reason.
Weisnor walks over to you all, and he says, I'm so sorry, we should have hired more security.
I don't think it would have done you any good.
He says, well, I think we'll have to close down the bar for the evening. I'm sorry that things turned out the way it did, but hopefully the next time we see each other, we'll be under happier circumstances. But before I leave, there's one thing I need to check. Just a hunch that I have, and it could be nothing, but it might be worth looking into. And he bows and proceeds to exit the ballroom.
I missed something. Who is doing this?
This is Weisnor.
Can I follow him?
Yeah, sure. You want to like follow him and be stealthy, or like just be like, hey, wait.
Stealthy.
Okay.
In your massive ball gown.
I know.
Okay.
Just kind of like tuck it.
So he heads out into the nighttime streets. Juliana follows. Why don't we take a quick break here, if that's cool with you guys? I really have to pee. So I'll
I'll be right back. 5 minutes later.
Yeah, just hold it. Yeah. No, sorry. I'll try and coordinate it better.
No, I should have said something.
All right, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. How about around do like 10-15 minutes? How long do you guys need?
10 minutes is fine.
I mean,
9 or 55?
55 should be fine.
Is that good with you, Amja?
I mean, 9 is cool too.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Let's do 9. Let's do 9. It's nice. It's even.
Okay. All right.
Long enough to play our intros.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
So we'll come back at the top of the hour.
Listen to the ones I haven't heard yet.
Yeah, so we have Alara's and Sinclair's in this one. Sorry, Justin, I wasn't able to fit Abner's in before preparing for today. But
I still hate.
All right, well, in the meantime, we'll be right back in 15 minutes.
Lady Juliana is a young human woman with shoulder-length black hair and green eyes who hails from the noble house of Amberlash. After the death of her mother during childbirth, she was raised by her grandmother in an apothecary outside of the city of Ravenna. She grew up playing in the large herb garden and chatting with customers. At age 14, her grandmother passed away, and Juliana returned to the Amberlash estate to live with her father, 3 older brothers, and new stepmother. But life was very different. The people of the court were cold and distant and didn't always say what they meant. An attempted kidnapping changed her when she turned 16 and left her with a thin scar across her right cheekbone. Her naive view of the world became more suspicious. She began lessons in combat as to never be in such a helpless position again. At 20 years old, she left the estate and the pressures of the court to join a party of adventurers in Phandalin. After multiple adventures together, she began to deeply care about her new friends. After dealing with one such experience with the wyvern, Juliana found and kept a petrified wyvern egg, which she affectionately named Gilbert and kept with her at all times. After all of these dangerous exploits with these people that she had grown to truly love, one of her friends was killed by a dragon, and the guilt nearly broke her. If not for the support of her companions, it would have. She promised herself that she would never watch another friend die. Juliana parted ways with her party for a few weeks and returned to the town of Thundertree, where the dragon had lived, to help rebuild it for her people. On the way there, under mysterious circumstances, the wyvern egg hatched. She stayed in Thundertree until she encountered some of the Amberlash Rangers, who escorted her back to the estate. A letter arrived with an invitation from Marlowe to attend the Harvest Festival in his hometown of Hobble Hill, and Juliana promptly left to attend. And so began her adventures in Dora Ambaria.
Mira Waverunner has spent her entire life on the Silver Sea, first as a member of the merchant vessel, the Waverunner, and later as the navigator of the infamous pirate ship, the Devil's Trident. After a tumultuous courtship and many high seas hijinks, Mira fell in love and married her crew's habitual pursuer, Paladin of Moradin by the name of Talia Stoneleaf Green. Though Mira had left her life of piracy behind, her captain, Gideon Valente, beseeched her for one last voyage, a voyage that would ultimately result in the crew turning on one another, and Mira being tossed overboard and lost at sea. Wounded by her own captain, and her mind broken by the very object she'd been tasked to find, Mira wandered for nearly a year on the Isle of the Tidecolors where she'd washed up. Eventually, she stumbled across an ancient, forgotten primordial city that housed a very ancient primordial goddess. This goddess, Zakaire, healed Mira and charged her to seek out those who would circumvent the line between life and death. Now a newly minted cleric of the Grave Domain, Mira set out to find her love and fulfill her promise to return. But upon returning home to Dark Harbor, she found the city razed and her love nowhere to be found. With a chance encounter on her way north, she joined Marlowe and another paladin, Carmen Sinclair, as they went north to Hobble Hill to celebrate the Harvest Festival. As a water genasi, Mira is used to attracting attention. Add in her impressive height and long white hair, and it's all but impossible for her to blend into a crowd. Ever the pragmatist, Mira has no interest in serving as anyone's moral compass. For this ex-pirate, morality is subjective, and she's far more interested in protecting herself and those that have earned her loyalty. And for Mira, that loyalty is lifelong.
Carmen Sinclair was born and raised in the 22nd orphanage of the Witnesses of Knave. Her parents, Molly and Rowan Sinclair, lived lives of bloodshed and pain. Therefore, Rowan was determined that his children would never live such lives. Molly continued working as a paladin, leaving Myrtlewood for months at a time. In Myrtlewood, those that are turned away everywhere made a home. The the abnormal is a common sight, as the old orphanage created the town to house those that grew up and decided to stay. Carmen barely stood out at all, despite magenta skin and bone-white horns. For the first 10 years of her life, Carmen was expected to study to become a cleric like her father, but in secret would go to the Goblin Enclave nearby, where she would train under her mentor Thom. By the time she was 10, she could take down men twice her size. 9 years ago, her mother was permanently injured while protecting a town from retaliation from a logging company. Suddenly, the orphanage had a blood-stained, bona fide hero teaching the children the wonders of the outside world. Where once there were future lawyers, clerics, and farmers, now stood adventurers to be. In town, at the Weishart Inn, she fell in love with Rosalind, the daughter of a sorcerer who had a hard time turning anyone down for a romp. But when they were 18, they had to call it off when Rosalind's mother returned to town, asking to bring her to the elven village where the other half of her family lived. Carmen heard the same call as her mother did at 19, and she became a paladin shortly before her pilgrimage that all official witnesses took. Her godfather, Carmichael Malone, sent her to a pub to find a helpful job, resulting in her signing up to protect a caravan heading through dangerous territory, which turned out to be a far more advanced quest than her family had had in mind. Eventually, the party ran into danger that they were not ready to face. A dragon named Venenfang was preparing to kill her friends, and so she called upon the powers owed to her by her blood and sealed a pact with her grandmother, the succubus named Cathalis. With the infernal powers at her disposal, she was able to cause enough damage to ground the dragon, and Juliana finished him off. This was not without cost, as her grandmother stole away the body of Rook, their hobgoblin friend, before they could resuscitate him. After helping save the town finances and restoring the mines to their former glory, Carmen was at a loss with what to do for the rest of her year-long pilgrimage. So she decided to stick around with her friends, making a few new ones along the way. As they traveled, she began to feel her grandmother's wants and desires pushing her further from the light. In a moment of impulsivity, she drank enchanted waters from the Feywilds, hoping for a vision of her family. Instead, she unwittingly damaged her connection to her goddess. Now, she has no idea what will happen to her next, as she seeks out the people she knows and prays might be able to help her.
Taken from the Journal of Alara Venris. She is an abjuration wizard, a moon elf, with long flowing white hair, which comes down to her waist. It gently cascades over her beautiful charcoal-colored skin. She has bright, piercing white eyes that sparkle as she smiles. Her father would say the very spitting image of her mother, whom she never knew, and whose disappearance is still a mystery. She writes the following. My father was given the unenviable task of raising me alone for most of my life. I only remember tidbits about my mother, the spell of dewberry blossoms, and an elven lullaby which I hummed to myself often. Father rarely spoke of mother, but says I have her knack for communing with nature in the most unusual ways. Not surprising, since most of my early childhood was spent outdoors in the wilderness where our small home resided. It wasn't until much later when I realized we were living in complete seclusion. My father's work wasn't looked upon with very much favor, as it involved some taboo necromancy magic. His studies, however, focus more on the benefits of necromancy to aid, recover, and protect life rather than the darker applications normally associated with this type of magic. Upon researching my father's notes, I have come to the very same conclusion. Reminiscing about my father is always pleasant, as it reminds me of the very first time I saw my father smile. It occurred one day while I was playing outdoors. I met an unusual being named Kaya. What I didn't know is that Kaya was a familiar, and that I had conjured her. Well excited about my new and only friend, I introduced her to Father. As he turned towards us and began to realize what occurred, it happened. There was a twinkle in his eye, his countenance began to glow like never before, and finally that awkward twisting upward of those thin cheeks, and then the smile. As he looked down at me and caressed the hair just behind my right ear, Father simply said, "Come with me." After having this confirmation of my strong propensity for magic, he began my training, and for the next years I studied his notes relentlessly. The day Father made his journey to rest with our ancestors, he left me his prized possession, his spell book. To my surprise, the thick, heavy book full of pages was entirely blank. I then recalled my father's last words to me. He said to control magic responsibly, you must become one with magic, so it can become one with you in perfect harmony. Like the greatest of musical pieces, every facet must work as one to achieve excellence. Knowledge alone is not enough, my dear. It will take understanding with insight and experience to wield magic to perfection. Only then can you see what's truly in the spell book. As I pondered Father's words, cleared my mind, and began to focus, writing started to appear in the spell book. The words, "find familiar," became clear. Then all of a sudden, my old childhood friend Kaya, who I had not seen in ages, said, "Hello, Alara." Thus began my journey to continue Father's work, to unlock and discover magic all across our world, and to leave a legacy for the next generation to follow.
I'm back. All right. Oh, let me put my audio on. And we are back. Hey, everyone. Thanks for waiting. So before the break, I have to switch my map over. Don't want to show that. So before the break, you just finished up that fight. Juliana, you mentioned you wanted to follow Weissnor out of the ballroom here. So you may do so. What's everyone else doing?
I think Mira's... Go ahead.
I'd say Alara just, she's going to use a spell slot and go ahead and identify that scroll.
Okay.
She's a little impatient at the moment.
Sure, so that is a scroll of Disguise Self.
She kind of crumples it and throws it in her bag, and we'll think about it a little later.
Okay. So I'll get that in your inventory if you want to make a note of that, and I can get you the details.
Okay.
Can I take a look at the knife? I don't have identifier. I just want to look at it and go, oh, did they just coat it in poison, or is it a really cool knife?
Yeah, sure. So, looking at it, there's definitely something special about this knife. It's like the blade is kind of not like it's wavy almost, like a flamberge or something. And there's like a line, like an indent, like a crease almost in the metal actually, and the green liquid is like staying in there in that crease almost.
I want to chase after the other body to take the other knife.
Yeah, we'll say if you know, if you guys wanted it, then you could have gotten it before the guards took her to the dungeon.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold one. Well, I'm gonna put both of them in my bag, but I was gonna pass one of them off probably to either Alara or Mira, or Abner. But Abner doesn't really seem like the assassin's knife type.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you offered it, Abner'd be like, nah, that's a wussy weapon.
Yeah, but I'm sure as hell keeping one for myself.
So you guys can hear at this point, you know, a booming voice from just outside by the entrance to this bar. Is everyone all right? Any injured or hurt people? Please step forward for healing. And Juliana, on your way out, you see a really tall, what looks to be maybe a half elven man, like over 6 feet tall, just a suit of this radiant blue and white and gold plate armor, and just long flowing blonde hair, and a shield at his back and a sword like sheathed at his side. And people step up, you see him heal the orc doorman. He puts like 2 hands on his chest and like channels some divine energy into him. And if you guys would like, you can kind of just, you know, move towards the door and see this. But it just seems like people are, you know, getting healed. And you hear them say, or you hear one woman say that he heals. You hear, thank you, Lion Crown, Longstrider. We appreciate you so much.
First thing Abner's gonna do is walk over to Mira and get Dragon's Bane out of the bag of holding.
Okay.
He's carrying that with him for the rest of the time.
Sure.
And then just follow the group.
Gotcha.
And casually drinking glasses as he's walking out.
Sure.
Everybody else's.
Just whatever he can find.
Just gonna dart into the coat room and grab my stuff.
Sure. So Juliana, you see Weissnor, exit the bar and head down the street around a corner. You can make a stealth check if you would like.
Excellent. As Break discussed, may I have used some of the time talking in the Cat's Whisper to don my armor?
Yes, it will. It takes a minute to put it on, though, so that is that much more distance you're putting between yourself and Weisnor. So it's up to you.
Never
But you can.
mind then. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
This is
Juliana just
information
slinks
gathering.
out to follow
Alright.
Weisnor. Do you
One
want to roll a
stealth
stealth check?
That is a 10.
Okay.
Wait. Do you still have enhanceability on?
I do.
How long does that
think-
last? An hour,
I'm
right?
checking. Yeah. I think it's an hour, but let me double check.
Dark hair in my mouth.
So that should give you advantage.
Yeah, it lasts
Yeah.
for up to an hour.
Okay, so that's a
Okay,
19 then.
and that is a 19.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
So,
Actually, I'm so sorry. I would have lost it when I cast Spirit Guardians. It's a concentration spell.
okay, so that is
That
a
is a
10.
I'm so
10.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So
I accept
Juliana, peeking around that corner, you can see Weisnor just a few steps, or more than a few steps, but maybe a couple dozen feet ahead of you. And sneaking around him, you're still frazzled from that fray a bit, and not as quiet as you usually are, and you actually step on like a cat's tail, and it kind of like yelps and runs away, and then Weisnor looks around, turns around, and he sees you standing there.
Don't you know that it's dangerous to go alone out tonight? You shouldn't be alone. Come on.
Then I'm gonna like creep up to him. Like I was doing this on purpose.
He says,
Look it
"Oh well, I appreciate your concern. I don't want to drag you into any danger, though."
I'm quite capable, but if you could give me a minute to put on my armor.
He says, "I haven't even told you where I'm going."
Well, this isn't exactly a time to be out and about by yourself. People are breaking in, and to your place, nonetheless. It's dangerous.
Yes, the guards will handle that, but I wanted to take this opportunity to see if I can track down that Farius fellow before he was able to get too far.
May I accompany you? 4 hands are better than 2.
Says, well, I suppose since you followed me here this far, says it's just a hunch, but there is a vast network of sewers that runs underneath the city. I'm not
Done the
sure
stupid thing.
as to the exact nature of the spell that he used, but I figured I'm familiar with the sewers, and I figured it was worth a look to head down below where the Cat's Whisper is, and see if I can find anything.
I'll come with you just in case. I don't want you to get hurt. And
He sighs and goes, "Oh, all right. Since you're already here, do you want to see if your friends would like to accompany us as well? Maybe
absolutely.
10 hands is even better than 4.
You're not wrong. Give me
12.
Give me 1 second,
Okay.
and I will.
I should put on my armor as well."
Yeah, I will start going. I will run back towards and like call for everyone from the door while I'm like strapping on my armor and tightening buckles. You're like, this way.
Okay. What do you guys do?
I imagine that I've got as far as like just putting my
Yeah, like one shoulder plate.
Hey, you put the shoulder plates on last.
Of course. Sorry.
That was perfect. You tell him.
I've probably just got like the quilted like protective layer on. Like I don't have my armor on. I've just got the first layer.
Sure. Yeah.
And I kind of just like gesture like, "Come on, man!" and stuff all my armor back in the bag because it takes me fucking forever to do this. So I will go without.
Okay.
Midway, trying to fight her mask out of her hairstyle and be like, I'm sorry, where are we going? Because I'm not exactly dressed for travel.
Prepared in those lovely clothes.
Okay.
Abner just rolls up his sleeves and like unbuttons his vest, and they're like, "All right, where are we going?"
To the sewers. Come on, Vice is waiting. We need to go.
Well, I
Without waiting for everybody else, I will start going back towards Vice. Still
Okay.
buckling.
Well, before we head out, during that time that she was actually going out there, Alara would have went up to her friend Harvick, the handsome gnome, and just say, you know, I'm glad you're okay. And she was like, if you have a shop around here, I would love to come visit it.
He says, "Oh, I don't have a shop, unfortunately, around here. As I said, I'm actually from Glimmingmore, and I'm just visiting Ravenna, just for a bit of leisure, or at least it was until tonight. But if you're ever in Glimmingmore, you should stop by the airship landing there. I work there most days, engineering on the airships. And I'd be honored to see you again, Miss Alara."
That sounds like a wonderful idea. If I'm out that way, I will most certainly look you up.
He says, "It's been a pleasure," and then he will gesture to kiss your hand like the noble gentleman that he is.
She curtsies and then quickly follows to catch up with the rest of the group.
Okay. So you guys heading out into the nighttime streets. Sinclair, a familiar-looking tiny red creature, Song the Imp, flies as soon as you guys step outside. Flies down from a rooftop and lands on your shoulder. And she sees you guys all walking together. And she goes, "Song, come too!"
Oh, great. The bug's back.
I want to take my. I like when that happens, and then I continue grabbing my shit out of Mira's bag.
Okay.
I probably got more in there than everyone else, actually, but I guess I'll leave the plate armor because it's heavy. But I have my shield at least now, so that's good.
Yeah, you do.
Is Vicemore still there?
Yes, Vicenore's still there. He's like tapping his foot by the sewer grates.
All right, let's go.
He's like, "Well, now it's a party. Now be careful when we get down there. There are known to be sometimes, strange creatures, especially of late, that prowl the sewers below, as well as the typical giant rats and diseased spiders and the like. But I'm sure we'll be fine." And he opens the sewer grate and then jumps in.
Upon hearing that, Alara's like, she just sighs deeply and reaches in her bag and pulls out antitoxin potion and just drinks it and says, anyone else need one of these? I have a couple. It protects a little bit from poison.
I'm already down the hatch.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm good.
I want to hold up that knife I was holding. I was like, okay, who wants it?
I'll take it. I've never been afraid of getting my hands dirty.
I'm gonna just hold it out so the hilt's towards you.
Okay.
Yoink.
So Vicenor heads down very stealthily. I would assume Juliana follows suit. Is everyone trying to be sneaky here? Or do you guys not care?
I would like to be sneaky.
I I don't even have disadvantage.
Yeah, you're not wearing your armor.
Oh,
Alright, so
Would
everyone
you like
please
me
roll a
to
stealth check.
re-roll my stealth, or
Yes, please, since you left and came back, if that's cool.
slightly better? 11.
Okay, nice.
We are the
Oh my
stealthy party. Splash, splash, splash.
Alright, so not terrible. But nevertheless, you guys all begin to descend down into these sewers. So let me move you over. And let's get Weissnor here too. Okay, and he'll be up front. So as you guys descend down, there's like a ladder beneath the sewer grate there, and one by one you all go down, and you see a giant rat, the size of like a dog. Kind of hear this commotion of these people, you know, coming down, and it runs away and turns a corner and goes out of sight.
May I hand Vice one of my potion of healings and just, here, drink this. You've had better days, to be honest.
He says, "Oh no, Lady Juliana, I couldn't possibly. I'm sure you spent your hard-earned adventuring money on that. Why don't you? I think I'll manage."
Swear to
really
God.
am I close to him right now? Yeah, I am. I want to kind of just whack him on the back of the head and give him 10 points of health.
Okay. He looks back and he goes, "Ow. Well, I mean, thank you." As you heal him up, Sinclair.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna hold up my hands and say, all right, anyone else? Last call. All right, I give you a high five when you raise your hand. Take 9, or how many? I can't read anyone's HP.
It's 39 out of 50. 9 would be great, but whatever.
Yeah, you get 9. That's all I have left. So.
Okay. That's lay on hands, right?
Oh yeah, lay
Gotcha.
on hand.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right.
I mean, I do still have a couple healing spells. You didn't have to completely exhaust yourself.
Well, this could go quite south, so we need to save them.
Yeah, I have no spell slots left, and you need spell slots more than I do. So
That's right.
I do not mind.
I should also note it is pretty dark down here, so in the area just by the where you guys came in from, there's just a little bit of dim light just from the moonlight from the sewer grate above, but just a little further down here, it's pretty much all darkness. So if you have dark vision, you can see. If not, you cannot right now.
Admiral dig in his pack and pull out the drift globe that he bought.
Okay.
Hey, yeah.
Do so. Lights up. And that's 20 bright, 20 dim. I believe?
Never got a handout for it, so.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I think it is.
I would imagine it's just like a light spell, so.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Alright. So, got some light around Abner there so you guys can see. Weissnor says, once again, he puts like a finger in front of his lips and goes like, shh, and begins to walk forward. He says, look for anything out of the ordinary or suspicious, maybe any tracks. Perhaps Farius and the assassin made it down here. And he takes a step forward.
Keep an eye out. All right, I will definitely keep an eye out then.
Okay.
I will also try.
Okay. So everyone that would like to can make a perception check.
7. Ooh. That is a 13. Ooh, Mira, yeah.
That was like my highest one.
Mhm.
My +6, man.
Y'all, you gotta call it your roll.
No, you're good. Okay, cool.
That
So
was a 20,
20
yeah.
from Mira. Nice. Okay, so you don't see anything out of the ordinary yet. But as you guys, proceed and follow Weissnor around this corner here, Mira, you do hear sounds of like little squeaks. A lot of them.
Doesn't sound good.
And Weissnor, who let's roll for him actually. Okay.
He's
He also got a 20.
He's been on it tonight.
Yeah. Okay, he's like more rats, like try to be quiet and be careful. He continues along.
Are we looking?
Let's follow him. I'm gonna keep as close
Still
to
dark.
him as I possibly can.
Okay.
Yeah, so Abner's just gonna, whisper, what are we looking for here? Why are
Things
we
out of the
so-
ordinary.
I think we're looking for the people that escaped.
Any tracks or anything? As you go around a step forward, Abner, with your light, you actually reveal with it a giant rat just right in front of Weissnor there. And you can see another one, Juliana, too, just a brief distance away. But they both kind of run away at the light. Like they're pitter-patter away.
So, not those things, right?
Not that.
Okay. I guess I'll try and keep up with what's his name?
Weissnor, he takes another couple steps forward, and he looks back and he says, and you actually hear as well, Mira, the little squeaking and pitter-pattering sounds getting closer and getting louder as you can all start to see now one of these rats come back into the light, 2 of them, 3, 4, 5, all going in unison into the light, marching all towards you guys, and they're coming right at you. Do you guys want to roll initiative for me?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Oh man, 8.
Alright, mine was a 10, but I forgot to click my token first. Oh my god, do I still have the... Oh no.
All right, so let me move them.
This is some low initiative.
Getting those bad rolls out of the way. I like
Oh
it.
no.
5.
It's just all the girls are.
I rolled a 10.
I mean, I rolled a 4, so
Abner out here topping us all with 3. Natural 1. Jesus, there are so many of them.
Oh god. I hate rats.
All right. Let's see.
Glad we got a little heal in
Well, at least
and
we
put our armor on.
Okay.
Oh no.
So they all got 12. And then... Oh, why can't you see him? Shit.
See what? You what, John?
His initiative in the thing. Alright, there it is.
Oh.
Okay. And then Weissnor needs one.
And not on the tracker yet because I accidentally forgot to click my token before I rolled.
All good. You want to just do it again, Mira, and I can give
Sure.
you
Sounds
the do it
good.
manually. So if it's not clear by the map, the bridge-like things are on a level above you guys. So don't, in case that's confusing. And your original initiative, Carissa, was 10. Okay.
Was 10, yeah.
Gotcha. So Weissnor's up first. He's going to go around and down here. And he's gonna attack that rat. And he will hit with a 15. For...
John, where did the initiative order go?
Oh, I don't know. Can you see it now?
There it is. There
okay.
it is. Yeah.
4 piercing damage, and he'll do it again. The 22 for 5. He manages to kill that rat, and that is his turn. Now, these giant rats are gonna go. Okay. So, this one, well, they all kind of run forward. These two are both gonna try and bite Weissnor. And a 9 will miss. The next one, an 8 will also miss. These two are gonna run forward and attack you, Juliana. 19 will hit you. 3 piercing damage. Please make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, you are good. At least for now. With whatever foul diseases these rats are carrying. Doesn't manage to get you quite yet. As you see more of these rats come out from the darkness and into Abner's light. They rush forward, running around their friends. Seems like there's a lot of these things. As another one comes. And they're all just like a wave almost. These gnarly looking rats. Some of them like missing patches of fur. Some of them, you know, like foaming at the mouth. They all rush forward, and they're only limited by how they can fit side by side in the hall right now. So all move up, and then that one is still gonna try and bite you again, Juliana. The other one that just got in your range. Ooh, that's a nat 20. So that's going to be 8 piercing damage and another con save.
Nine.
Okay, you fail.
Oh, shit.
So you have contracted some disease, it feels like, from this rat. You see it left a deep mark, and it looks like that's going to leave an infection.
Fuck.
Alright, Mira, you're up.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take a step to the side here. And I am going to go ahead and cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay.
We'll pop that out. It's going to be my gauntlet again.
Nice. You need a
That's
token?
Huh?
You need a token?
Yes.
Okay.
And a god.
And where do you want it?
Let's
I'll
just
just let you control
right
it.
here, yeah, in this open space right here.
Okay, you should be able to move it.
And since it's a bonus action, I'm going to attack this one right here. That's right next to it.
Okay, go for it.
Is I'm so sorry. It's been such a long time.
No, you're good.
It is. It's just a melee spell attack, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So just make an attack. Add your spell attack modifier.
Yep, and because
That's
I am
2d8.
attuned to the Lazuli Spear, it is +7. Really need to make a macro for this. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Nope, you're good. Yes, 22 hits, definitely. 2d8.
2d8.
Okay. Nice.
Terrible. Okay, and I do still have my main action because
Yes, you
luckily
do.
spiritual weapon is bonus.
That was the one right to the right of the gauntlet?
Yes.
Okay,
And then I'm also going to use Sacred Flame on that one.
go for it. Dex save.
Yeah, it's a dex save, and if it hits, it takes 7.
Okay,
Yep.
that hits,
So
and
what's
that
it
rat is dead. Burns up into a char from that sacred flame.
Sweet. Alright, and
Nice.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Juliana, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna pull out my Eladrin Fire longbow.
Okay.
Look at all these rats around me, and then see the ones that are surrounding Vice, who I have determined to be a squishy little man. And and I am going to fire at this rat right above him.
Okay.
Does a 25 hit?
A 25 does hit. I would hope so.
So that'll be 11 piercing
All right,
and
he
3 fire damage.
burns up into a crisp.
Okay. So I guess no need for sneak.
No need for sneak. Sorry. You can, if you want to see how much damage you would have gotten.
You know, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Go for it. Laura, you're on deck.
There we go.
Okay. No.
Those
2
weak
ones.
sauce.
But still good.
Yeah.
Alright, Laura.
Okay, Alara's just going to step up and just get a better view, and she's going to cast a little ice knife right there.
Okay. On, which one was that?
It is on this one, and the
Okay.
cold damage will go to the other ones around as well.
So that should be 5 of them then. Alright, so I'll start with the middle one and then go clockwise. Okay, so that's a failure. Okay, so they all fail. So go ahead and roll. Or actually, you did. So they take. Now they all take the same amount of damage.
This one
How's this?
takes 9 damage plus 4,
Okay.
and the other ones
So he's
take
dead.
4 damage.
Okay, so they all take 4 damage. Nice. So all these rats are looking really rough now.
That is it.
Okay. All right, Sinclair.
Cool. Yeah, can I see any of them from the position I'm currently in?
Yeah, you can see them. They're just, you know, you can go around Alara and Mira if you'd like. But you also
Alright.
have line of sight.
Well, I have line of sight, I guess, so I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast the one that looks most willing to attack next, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, just make an attack roll. And then there's 3 by Juliana that you have line of sight with. So 2 of them are damaged. I don't know if that you can tell.
I'm probably just gonna do the one that's like closest.
Okay.
Did 2 of them pop?
12 will hit. The 9 will miss though.
Okay. You know what? I hit this time. Come on, man.
Okay. Well, he had 3 HP left, so that was enough to do it. And that Eldritch Blast, that bit of force damage, knocks him dead.
I'm gonna take that. I will accept that.
All right. Anything else?
I guess I will. Can I get like right here?
Yep.
Cool. I want to look the other way to make sure nothing's behind us.
Okay. You don't see anything. You can make a perception check if you'd like, though.
Alrighty. I mean, I figure since I can see in the dark, it might be an okay idea. What?
Yeah, nothing. You don't see any more rats or anything out of the ordinary. Seems clear.
Alrighty.
All right. So that would bring us to Abner.
And so he's gonna move up, swing away at this rat.
Sure.
Dragon's Bane.
23 certainly hits. All right, way more than enough. Knock that rat dead.
Move up and use the second attack.
Sure.
Same thing.
13 hits. 4 damage. Nice. That was enough to do it.
That'll be all.
Okay. Vicenor is gonna go. He's gonna attack the one in front of him. And he will hit with a 22 for 5 damage, and he'll do it again. And he'll miss. Mira, you're up.
I'm moving the spiritual weapon. I guess I'll go for the one that Vicenor attacked. I don't want him to die just yet.
Sure. Just yet.
Okay, lovely. I rolled an 8.
That
So
was not going to do it, unfortunately.
Alright, well, that's still a bonus action, so I will go ahead and cast.
Actually,
Sacred Flame
I
again.
deleted the rat's initiative. I think they go before you, but
They do.
okay.
They do.
I still missed though, so it's fine.
Okay, well, it wouldn't have made a difference. So the rat that's next to Vicenor is going to attack him. Nope, not twice. I'll go with the 20, so that was the first one. For 3 piercing damage to him. I'll just make a quick con save. And he's good. This one, the one that's next to your spiritual weapon, on top of it, is going to run away after seeing so many of his buddies burn up, and especially the one in front of him just get cleaved by a giant great axe. He's gonna go over here, out of ear vision, out of the light, and the other one is going to, looks to be diseased and not really bothered. He's gonna go right up to Mira and try and bite her. And a 22 will hit for 5 piercing damage, and I need a con save. Okay, you're good. So that is that rat's turn. And now Mira, you just went, so we'll go to Juliana.
I'm going to draw another arrow at the rat that is attacking Vicenor.
Okay.
And in a shower of sparks, I'm gonna send it flying.
Go for it.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. I will move between Mira and Vicenor, right next to the spiritual weapon.
Okay. Alara.
All right, I'm seeing this one come up to Mira. She's going to just raise her hand and fire a bolt at it.
Okay. 8 fire damage, more than enough to burn him to a crisp.
And that is it.
Sinclair.
I'm gonna, I guess, shoot the one in the back just because I have the range.
Mm-hmm. $16 hits.
Cool. I feel like 25. I'm gonna take.
Well, roll damage first. Yeah, he only had 2 HP, so he dies from that first one. And do you have dark vision, Sinclair? You do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see this one on the edge of the light, and with the 25, you are able to dispatch that rat as well.
Cool.
And it appears to be quiet once again. There are no more rats around, at least that you can see or hear in your immediate vicinity. But you are not feeling so good, Juliana.
So I scrolled up and I read it for the disease thing. Do I have to subtract 3 from my maximum hit points right now? It says 3, 1d6 every 24 hours.
Every 24 hours? No, we'll rule that 24 hours from now. You have to do that.
Okay. Guys, one of them got me like right on the elbow, and it was really deep, and it hurt. And it feels funny. Like it's, I don't know.
I'm gonna.
It's tingly.
I'm gonna take your face in between my hands. I'm like, kind of move your head side to side. I'm like, I have a spell that will fix this. It's just one teensy, itty bitty little problem.
Yeah.
You don't have any spells left.
Nope. I've burnt both level. I burnt both of my really good high power slots on Scorching Ray, I think.
Well, as long as it's a little bite, and it's red. It feels a little bit tingly, but I think I'll be okay for now, at least. I mean, like tomorrow morning, do you think that you could look at a little elbow?
I mean,
it's like bleeding.
Yeah, no. I mean, if I had an hour, I could fix your elbow.
Oh.
But we're also kind of in a hurry, yeah?
We are. Vice, please lead the way.
Says,
where were you going?
Yes, we should proceed. Well, I think we should head to our hideout, and perhaps we'll run into some of the squealers on the way who might have seen something. And he looks to all of you and said, well, I suppose there's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. I'm with a group.
You're a rat.
Well, I'm not a rat, unfortunately, but that would be cool.
Got me.
Have any of you heard of the mendicants before?
Menda what?
Mendicants. You can roll a history check, everyone.
Okay. I don't believe I can do this well twice in one thing. Let's see. That's a 12.
Oh my god, Abner.
The mendicants? Yeah, I know all about that.
Jesus.
No idea what that is.
Alara rolled a 13.
So,
Ira rolled a natural one.
I got an 11, so it could be worse.
So I'm gonna have to make a executive decision here. I don't think there's any possible way Abner would have heard of them. So sorry, just.
Oh no, I did it totally for like comedic.
It was a history roll for fun.
Yeah, sure.
So no one knows then. So he says, "Well, I guess that means we're doing a good job in our secrecy then. But we're a guild of rogues and thieves who hide out beneath the city of Ravenna in the sewers. Um, we do all sorts of odd jobs from here and there. And based on our conversation from earlier, Juliana, it seems you've met some of our members already."
It was mostly at the very end of a conversation. It was really Alara and Abner and Mira that told me about it. But you're a part of these people? This I'm not gonna be able to say it. Mendicants?
Mendicants. I'll type it in the chat.
Thank you.
And he says,
no, I did not spell it right.
"Yes, I'm actually.
I got it.
I'm actually second in command."
Very impressive.
So, we're not a large group, but we do have a following of very skilled individuals. And we try to keep the balance here in Ravenna when we can, especially in areas where the White Cloaks will not. There's no shortage of ostentatious wealth in the Queen's Ward, as you all have seen. So we take it upon ourselves to redistribute it, help out the common folk in all parts of the city, but especially in the Dust Den. And from time to time, we'll, perform some odd jobs here and there of things that, rare artifacts that need to be hunted down, or magic items that need to be stolen. This, of course, is all said in confidence. I know I can trust you all. And he raises his eyebrows.
Why?
I know. I see Juliana and Sinclair. So Juliana, you can go first, and then Sinclair.
When he was talking about keeping the balance in Ravenna, was he being truthful? Does he have some kind of ulterior motive for as a noble who has a lot of money?
Mm-hmm. Does
it seem like
you can make an insight check?
I don't trust this bitch. 18.
You didn't sense any deception or anything on his part.
I mean, I have no one really to tell except the people in the sewer, so your secret is safe with me.
Says, "I didn't doubt that I could trust you. I wouldn't be telling you if I did." Sinclair, and he said something.
Just query. You don't have any members who do any mugging, right?
He kind of chuckles and says, "Well, we can't be responsible for all of our recruits and the petty thievery that they might do from time to time, but at an organizational level, no, we don't typically engage in that sort of thing."
Good, cool, yeah, excellent.
Why do you ask?
No reason. I just know a mugger not too long ago, yeah.
Yes. Then Song, the imp who came down with you, she says, "Bandit! Dead bandit!" Facemer's like, "Sorry? What's that about a dead bandit?"
And I will slap my hand over Song's mouth.
Okay.
She has a very vivid imagination.
Yes.
Those children do. Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, nevertheless, we should continue. Perhaps keep an eye out for any traces of people that may have gone by here. I do know these sewers, so if you stick with me and keep an eye out. But if any of you have any ideas as well for things to look out for, then please, by all means. But he continues walking.
Oh boy.
Am I the only one off put by his fancy talk while he's standing ankle deep in shit?
It does not work very well with fine boots, but I just look down at the edges of my dress.
Yeah, you guys, you're all still in your formal wear for this
Armor.
party, right? Yeah, now they're
Over
just
top of my dress.
they're just covered in sludge now. Just yeah,
I know.
it's not pretty. There's rips and tears in them from various rat bites. Certainly not ideal, but nevertheless, you know, you managed to trudge on. As you continue, you see another ladder that Weissnor walks by, and he continues along the tunnel. But Juliana, you're able to notice, with your passive, some writing on the wall nearby this ladder in Thieves' Cant.
What does it say? Can I take like a pause?
Yeah,
Just,
sure.
Like pretend like I tripped on something.
Mhm.
Just to look.
You don't even need to do that. It doesn't explicitly say anything, but you notice that the symbol that is carved here or written in chalk is it's saying to head up, and then there is an easy mark or a valuable mark nearby,
Oh.
meaning that there's something to be stolen, and it's probably worth it.
Okay. I will look back at Mira and just be like, remember this ladder. And then just pretend to catch up to Weissnor.
Okay. All right. So you all continue along, and so Weissnor, rounds another corner, and with your passive, Mira, you hear some more low sort of grumbling noises, and some sloshing around in the water a bit. From you sort of come to a fork, where there are two parallel or perpendicular tunnels meet, and down one of the pathways you hear some strange noises.
Hello?
Weissnor says, that's the way to the catacombs. We don't usually head down that path.
Thing is moving down there.
He says, are you sure? Perhaps just more rats. We should continue on. We're close to the guild.
Lead on.
Okay. Are you guys, well, I'll just go by your perception rolls from earlier. So a bit more trekking. The sewage, starts to smell just really bad as you guys keep walking here. Mira, you're able to notice another, maybe 15 minutes gone by, a glint of something like metallic and shiny on a offshoot tunnel, where the It's dry. Like the floor of the tunnel is dry because it's kind of sloping upwards a bit. But you just notice like a glint of something metallic that catches the light of Abner's drift globe.
Am I close enough to scoop it up?
No, not right now. But you can move closer if you'd like.
I'm going to very cautiously move closer.
Okay. And as you do so, as you start to get a better look, there's just it's like a small offshoot path, and then you could see like the back sort of wall towards the tunnel, and then there's like a broken ladder. Looks to be like a old sewer grate or something. But on this dry piece of ground here, there looks to be a circle of like this metallic silver powder all laid out in a circular pattern here, with some like strange patterns and writings made with this dust, whatever it is.
Any idea what this is?
You can make an Arcana check. Um,
19.
You're actually not sure, Mira, because this is a tough one, and this isn't something you're typically accustomed to, so you don't know, even with the 19.
Lara, do you have a moment, dear?
Of course.
Something strange over here, and I would rather not run into something nasty.
Alara will move towards Mira.
Okay, so you see the same thing, Alar, the circle drawn with silver dust on the floor of this tunnel here. And there's something magical in nature about it.
Arcana check.
Sure. You can have advantage because Mira's helping.
What?
26. Nice.
26?
Okay.
That's
This
what I'm talking about.
is a teleportation circle.
In the sewers?
I I let Mira know that and go, I think we need to let Viceroy know this as well.
Okay.
Vice
Are they like...
Yeah, they're like in the tunnel. They're not like too far away. But they would have stopped, and you hear him shout, "Did you find something?"
We did actually. Does anyone else come through these tunnels?
Just some of the members of the mendicants from time to time, but why? Did you find tracks? What do they look like?
We didn't find tracks, but we found a teleportation circle.
And he kind of looks shocked, and he's like, "Well, that's not something any of us could have done."
I didn't think so.
He goes over to look at it. So it's interesting. What do you all make of this? I wonder if it's related to our friend from earlier.
It could be their means of escape.
This would take a substantially high-level caster. I would guess someone that might be level 9 or higher.
May I look around the circle for any sort of like footprints or like wet sloshy poo tracks?
Yes, you can do that.
What would you like me to roll?
You could do survival.
That's a 12 because that's our number tonight.
So
track.
even you don't see any footprints, but you can tell that based on some like it looks like some like sludge and water has been dragged in like towards this area, so it's been traveled recently. I'm pretty sure.
Someone waiting here for them to escape? A caster, like you said, Alara, and this is how they got out. People have been here. Maybe recently. But magic's not really my forte.
Hang on. So he used a scroll to cast a spell, yeah? I mean, couldn't he have just burnt that scroll? You know, like, I mean, I only know this, I think, because Alara did it at some point. I want to say. I might be wrong, though, and if I am wrong, then that would not have been in character.
Unless
I mean, someone...
he is...
Continue, sorry. No.
Unless that assassin wasn't the caster we're talking about. Unless they left their getaway person down here.
Exactly. There could have been a third party waiting for them here when they returned. Maybe.
That would be my best guess. Could she tell how recent this looks?
Yeah, make an investigation check. Yeah, it looks pretty recent, Alara. Pretty, undisturbed. The silver powder seems fresh. At least, past couple days at the most.
Okay, I'll relay the information to everyone that this is very recent. Can she, like, scoop up, taking like one of the jars out of her herbalism kit and just kind of scoop it up to analyze it a little further later on?
Sure.
Mira, can you remember what this pattern looks like?
Probably. I'll memorize it, and I'll take a couple minutes just to take a look at it so I'll remember it.
Okay.
I'll remember the pattern.
There's in my bag and a pen.
Yeah, cool. Little sketchy
That
sketch.
too.
Sure.
Yeah. I guess I just hand it off to Mira. You can draw it and then shove it back in the bag. Call it a night.
Oh, good. That's what I did. Cartography has a certain level of artistic ability that needs to go with it. So, navigator. Got it. Circle. With fun designs in it. I'm drawing just a circle in my notes. So I remember.
Okay. Weisnor looks to you, Alara, and says, once Mira's done copying it, should we destroy this, or should we keep it here? What's to say that someone can't come through it again?
I'm assuming Alara would understand that this is some type of is it like just a temporary sigil that they created, or is it something more permanent?
It looks temporary.
Okay, then yes, she would say yes. To prevent them from using this again, we should clean the area up completely.
Yes. Very well. And he starts rubbing all the dust away with his hands.
I want to collect a little bit as well. I don't know if I have a...
Okay, sure. Yeah, there's a lot, so, you could say if you want to try and collect it, you can get, 50 gold worth of silver powder.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Silver dust, whatever you want to call it.
I'll put it in one of my monogrammed handkerchiefs.
Okay. Nice.
Well, if we're all done cleaning the graffiti out of the sewers, do we go after the tracks, or do we go with pompous guy?
Well, Vi said that someone may have seen something, so hold on, I'll scoot my chair back. There we go. So maybe we should talk to the people at the guild, and maybe someone saw this circle be used.
Weisnor says it's possible. The circle is a little too close to our hideout for my comfort. But we can certainly ask if anyone would have seen anything. It would probably be the Squealers.
Call them that.
Well, they like to be called that. It's just a friendly nickname that is tossed around.
Don't they have actual names?
Well, is Orc Bait much better?
I mean, you could call him OB. You could shorten.
Oh, that's true. I do.
Nicknames than Squealers.
I do like the sound of that. OB, perhaps.
There's always Larry too.
Larry, yes. Anyway, if that's destroyed, we should get a move on.
Lead the way.
Okay. And he leads you down another tunnel a bit further away, and before long, after some more trekking, you come across an iron door at the end of one of these tunnels here. And he gives it like a very unique knock, and there's like one of those like little like windows like for your eyes, and it slides open, and there's a female, looks to be female, at least from what you guys can tell. There's a set of eyes, opens it, and she says, welcome back, Vice. And then she says, who are your friends? And he's like, new companions and possibly new members. And he looks back at you. But the woman, she's like, if you say so. And she opens the door. So Vice walks in, and you guys see your eyes take a moment to adjust to the torchlight that is all in this place, as you see a more lively sort of a gathering of not many, but like 5 or so individuals all sitting around a table playing cards. It's like a dark, sort of damp, like kind of like makeshift cellar that they created here in these sewers. There's like, there's ale going around. The floor is like this warped wood, and they kind of use like the natural walls of the larger cavern, it looks like, that they built this into. Still like not smelling great, but better than it did outside. And you see a tall, well, for his race, a bulky sort of dwarven man, maybe like 4 feet tall. He's got a long red beard, and a really nice suit of armor on, and he's sitting on a stool around a table, and you see a couple human individuals. One, the woman who was at the door, she has blonde hair and a red bandana around her head, and another man, looks like he might be a half-elf, sitting down at one of these stools as well. There's a gnome with like this gray hair, who's kind of like sitting at this table, not really playing cards, just kind of like looking at some map or something. And then there is a were-rat sitting off to the side as well, who looks as you guys enter, and he says, "Oh, friends from yesterday. It's good to see you again. And you recognize this as it's orc bait.
My man!
And he says, Vice North says, everyone, these are the mendicants. And they, introduce themselves. You, of course, already know orc bait. He goes over to, actually, let me just drag you guys over. He goes over to the dwarven man and says, this is our fearless leader, Hardred, who's led us on many a heist the past several months and was able to procure this lovely little hideout for us. Isn't that right, Hardred? And he just kind of grunts like under his beard. He's like, yeah, no thanks to you, Vice. And Vice goes, nonsense. He's a jokester. And then he introduces, his other friends. The human man is Kethy. He bows. The woman is named Sia. And the gnomish man is named Sepple. And they all sort of say hello. You see, looks to be like around this room that you're in, like barrels stocked with provisions, and like tables with copper, silver, and gold coins sprawled out. Like I said, a bunch of food and drinks strewn about the place. But a lot of really nice, looks to be like pieces of art, and like things like paintings and like really nice chalices that they're drinking from. Not very subtly, it's a bunch of stolen goods. Hardred, he speaks up and says, well, welcome to the Thieves Guild. Now tell me, Vice, why'd you bring 5 strangers down here this way? We'll have to kill them, or else they'll get up on back to the surface and tell everyone about this. And then he laughs, and some of them let out like half-hearted laughs. Vice North says, well, not sure if you've heard yet, but there was an incident at the gala, and then he explains what had happened and how you guys, intervened and worked together to stop, Farius from stealing the prince. And they kind of make fun of him. Hardred's like, well, look at you, such a goody-goody, Vice. Then he talks about the teleportation circle that they found, as well as how it was close to their hideout, how he seems a bit off-put by it, and they should be on guard in case there's any more assassins or shady characters walking through the tunnels here. And once he's done telling his story, Hardred takes a deep breath and goes, wow, that's quite a tale for one night. Looks like you can use an ale. And then he brings Vice a drink and offers some for the rest of you as well.
I grimace just slightly, which they can't see, I think. Oh, wait, no. My mask does leave the bottom half of my face. I'm still running around in the dragon mask because I normally run around in a mask, so I probably forgot that it was on my face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. Oh, but I could use a place to rest for just like an hour. Just an hour, man.
Sure. So Hardred's like, well, you're already here. You came all this way. Help yourself to any of the cots in the other room and knock yourself out. Just don't take the one with the orange bedspread. That one's mine.
It's my bed. You can't have it. Should take the pillow off of it.
I mean, honestly, realistically, I'm probably just gonna like sit in a corner and and meditate for an hour as a short rest.
Okay.
Because I want my spell slots back so I can heal Juliana, and I have another thing I want to do, which I'm not going to say.
Okay.
May I look at the paintings? Are there any from my house?
Sure. You are pretty confident there's none from your house, which is good. A lot of them, they just look to be like, a lot of like several landscape paintings, several paintings of noble individuals. Looks like people that got themselves commissioned and like their fancy clothes and their armor. You want to roll just like a history check to see if you recognize any of them?
Yeah. It's a nice collection you have here.
Sure.
I have the perfect portrait that would complement these.
So that's a 7. But yeah, they just look like, generic, like noble people. And Hardred, he's like, oh, and what would that be? Asking about the portrait that you mentioned.
Yeah. There's a portrait of me in my home that I find to be a smidgen embarrassing, and honestly it would be great if it was away from the eyes of most people.
Hardred looks to Vice and he's like, did you bring another rich girl down here, Vice? This is one of your kind.
I've still got like that giant amethyst ring on my finger.
Yeah. Vice is like, I know,
Laying
but she's not like the rest of them.
I don't plan to tell anyone what's going on down here. This is actually quite a nice collection. This landscape of the forest, I'm a big fan of this one.
Yes,
and
the Ravenna
I will
Woods.
put down 5 silver on the table, where all the coins are, just to kind of show my good intentions here.
Okay. They say, oh, well, we don't take handouts here, but if you want to buy a hand for our card game, you're more than welcome.
You're on.
Okay.
And I will flare out my skirts and sit down on a stool.
Okay. So Sinclair, you begin short resting. So I don't have like, yeah. Go ahead, Laura.
So St. Clair is doing that. Laura will go in another corner and kind of meditate as well.
Okay. So I don't have like a card game prepared or anything, but you can play with Sia and Sepple. They both throw down a hand. Just go ahead and roll a d20 for me. It's not a big pot, but they each put in like 5 silver to match yours. Say a 15 or above. Oh, okay. So you lose your hand. Perfect. So
that's fine.
They
Sia
takes your 5 silver.
Try to ask them, have you guys seen anything weird in the tunnels tonight? Anybody you don't know? Besides us, of course. And then I'm gonna fold.
Yeah. So Orcbait is actually like, Orcbait saw strange figures down the tunnels leading to the catacombs. Strange noises. Orcbait too scared to go down there.
Hey, Orcbait, may I call you OB? Is that all right?
I suppose if the lady wishes.
I like the nickname, and I think it suits you, little OB.
He kind of looks around, and you see him look up to Hardred, and he says, "Whoa, what does this OB mean?"
Just shorten Orcbait.
Hardred's like, they're letters, you dummy, and he knocks him up the side of his head. He's like, oh, Orcbait doesn't read, but that is a nice nickname. Orcbait likes it.
Opie from here on out. I like Opie.
Okay, so you continue to play cards. Hardred, he's like, yes, I don't think any of us saw any individual in a black suit of armor or any drow assassins like Weisnor mentioned. But like OB said, it is kind of a catchy name. Like OB said, we have been hearing strange noises coming from the catacombs, and they've been getting louder in recent days. And Weisnor looks to the rest of you and says, I did have an ulterior motive for bringing you down here. I do apologize, but I thought you might be able to help me. Orkbait and I were going to investigate the catacombs. Sorry, OB and I were going to investigate the catacombs. Isn't that right?
Sorry.
And or the Orkbait, he's like, I don't know. Looks scared. But you know, Vice continues. He says, and if there are any dangers we find down there, we could certainly use all the help we can get. And well, I've seen you guys fight in action, and it's really impressive what you can do. And Hardred's like, and who knows, if that goes well, maybe you could join us on a heist the next day. But no, we don't split the spoils evenly until you're a full member of the Mendicants, just so you know.
What does it require to be a full member?
They kind of look to each other and, whisper back and forth a bit. Hardred says, well, if you'd like to join, Lady Juliana, he says kind of sarcastically, help us out with whatever's in the catacombs, in the tunnels near our hideouts. And if you'd like to join, you're in.
In Thieves' Camp, I will tell him, I appreciate the offer of membership.
He replies in Thieves' Camp with, I don't know, some common thief saying that thieves say all the time. So,
honor among thieves.
Exactly, sure. And he's like, well, Weisnor actually says that him and OB were planning to head into the catacombs tomorrow to investigate, and they would appreciate it if you tagged along. And if you would like to, you're welcome to stay.
Planning to go? We did have an appointment that was requested of us.
Oh, well, if you can't make it,
Oh, I mean, just morning, afternoon, evening?
Oh, we were going to go tomorrow morning.
We have an appointment?
Yeah, we were supposed to go to Dawnbreaker Point.
Oh, okay.
Like Blowhard.
To collect our, honors for saving the prince.
Funny.
Yeah.
We can do both. Right? We can play both sides of the law.
Hardred's like, a busy group we got here.
Yes, you have, 3 days of downtime, and the next thing you know, fight after fight.
Isn't that how it always goes?
Oh, yeah, it's a nice little extended weekend, but I don't know about you guys. I was, as I go to stretch, it's just, pain in the elbow. It's, just the way of adventuring. Right.
You see,
we can talk about it.
Yeah. You see Supple, the gnome guy, who he's tinkering with something, looks like underneath the table that he's at, and then you see a spark and a flash of light, and upon looking over, you guys all see his charred face. There's ash and soot all over it, and it looks like he just had some mishap in whatever he was doing. Hardred goes, Supple there is our explosives expert, but expert might be a bit of an exaggeration in this case. And he just kind of laughs. And... yeah, you guys, can spend the rest of the evening if you would like, prepare, just talking and, preparing to rest. I know, Alara, you mentioned you were going to get a short rest. Abner and Mira, what are you guys doing?
Kind of like sitting in the corner, just watching everybody, trying to figure out, like, how everything's working together and whether or not we can trust these people.
Okay.
Yeah, Abner's pretty much drinking at the end of the table, just keeping an eye on them, because, they're all thieves.
Mm-hmm. You guys just want to roll perception checks, just for shits and giggles here?
Sure.
Coolio.
15.
Okay.
Mine didn't count. Hold on. Sorry. Apologies.
It's alright. I meant more just Abner and Mira, but if you guys want to look for anything, you can.
There we go. Sorry. 19.
Well, are you looking for something, Juliana? Or I know Mira and Abner mentioned they're thieves. They just wanted to be careful if they were doing anything. Or...
if they're playing me shady on the hand.
Okay. Sure. Doesn't seem like it. You're pretty confident.
They're thieves. They got a card up their sleeve?
It seems to be above the board as far as you could tell so far. Justin keeping an eye, or Abner, doesn't seem like anything too fishy's going on. They're all keeping their hands to themselves, not getting any sticky fingers trying to grab anything. Mira, you don't see anything off-putting either. You do at some point overhear just a side conversation between Hardred and Weissnor. Hardred, he's expressing some concern. He's like, Weiss, I don't know about these strangers you brought into our hideout. We can't be too careful these days. I don't want the white cloaks down here clearing us out. And Weiss is reassuring him. He's like, don't worry. They're a cool group, and I think they'll be able to help us out. Besides, we have a bet on the hobgoblin's head. Isn't that right, guys?
And in Dwarvish, Mira will say, I don't think you need to worry about us bringing the white cloaks down on your head.
He kind of laughs, and he replies in Dwarvish, oh, you speak Dwarvish, do you?
Indeed.
And then he, asks where you learned it.
I learned it when courting my wife.
Well, looky here, she married a dwarf. And he puts his arm around you, and he's like, I'm starting to like this one already.
I do have that effect on people.
Yeah, but he's very smooth, Mira. He's everyone's pretty drunk, and he's being friendly, so is there anything else you guys wanted to do as the night starts to wind down? Yes, Sinclair, what's up?
Cool. Would you say my short rest is over?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. I'm just gonna bop Juliana on the head, cast that lesser restoration.
Okay.
Oh wait,
definitely helps.
Lay on cure disease. I'm gonna burn 5 points of lay on hands instead.
Lay on hands cures disease.
Mm-hmm.
You have to use 5 points of it.
Yes.
You're just flexing on all of us.
Also, weren't you out of spell slots?
That's
short rest.
That's why I short rest. I'm a warlock, man.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
I was thinking paladin, and I was like, wait, paladins don't get back spells, but
no. That was part of the whole point.
Yeah. No, that's cool. All right. Nice.
But it's 5 points of lay on hands. I probably just get up without saying anything and just pat you on the head.
Yeah. Suddenly you feel better.
But I mean, nah, I guess I'm not going to do that now. I guess that's all.
Okay.
I do have proof now. So.
Nice. Good to know. So most of the mendicants here, they start to retire off to bed. The Sepul and Sia, they go to their cots as it starts to get late. They've all had a bit too much to drink. Hardrin and Weissnor, they stay up a bit longer, just talking, about things that have happened, their plans for, the heist they were planning, and you guys are tired, and you are welcome to rest here if you'd like to.
What do we think? Stay here for the night?
I'm
Just
not completely fond of staying in a thieves' den, but I don't have much they can take from me, so why not?
seem terribly untrustworthy, but you can never be too careful.
Weissnor walks over and he says, "You're welcome to spend the night. I'd understand if you'd like to return to your lavish beds in the estate that Lady Juliana has. But if you'd like, I can show you the closest way back up. But if we're headed to the catacombs tomorrow morning anyway, you're more than welcome to stay. Your choice."
Can you give us like 5 minutes just to talk about it really fast?
Of course. And he gives you some space.
All right, I'm gonna usher everybody over to the farther corner from the room that everyone disappeared to.
Okay.
I'm assuming to go to bed. So do we want to fight whatever's in the catacombs? And then afterwards, just maybe take like a quick bath and then go to Dawnbreaker Point?
I think it would behoove us to do both, because we will earn 2 very powerful allies.
I agree.
Why does the noble guy talk like, poor person?
I think he has like a little bit of a complex. Like I heard a story as a kid about this Robin Hood. Sorry, I tried to stay in character. I can't. It was a bedtime story about a guy who stole from the rich and gave to the poor, but we don't really know what they're doing with all of this stuff or where the money that they get is going. But I'd kind of like to find out. At the very least, I mean, the sewers seem like an interesting way to get around, so maybe we should take care of whatever's in the catacombs. We can go back to my house for the night. I'm okay with that. But
Well, I mean, if we're gonna help them in the morning, it'd just be better to just stay here. Like I said, I just got the axe and a couple things, so I'm not too worried about them taking that, because I doubt half of them could probably even lift it.
it's true, I don't think I could. And did you see Vice's arms? They were like wet noodles. Sorry. Just talking shit.
You hear Vice like, "What was that?" from across the room.
just talking about spaghetti.
Oh, I thought I heard my name.
Oh, no. It's some nice spaghetti, that's all. Not Vice spaghetti. Alara, can you make the little hut tent magic thing?
Of course, dear.
That way we don't have to worry about our stuff.
I have a question as well for Alara. Can you learn the spell mending?
Can I?
Yeah, are you learn mending? Are either of you able to learn mending? I'm sure as hell not, I don't think. But
That is a cantrip, so
yeah.
To learn it, but I only get so many cantrips. I don't get to change mine out.
Okay, give me a second. I guess I can check to see if I can learn it. Because I would like to fix all of our clothing. And I never use True Strike, so I can replace that. Or Poison Spray, one or the other.
Vicenor says, have you decided?
I think we are going to stay just in the name of expediency, but we will be taking precautions.
Of course. Whatever you need to feel comfortable.
We will help you with investigating the catacombs tomorrow morning.
Marvelous.
But we must be gone by 2 p.m. Just after noon. We do have an appointment.
Very well. It can be hard to tell time down here, but we'll see what we can see.
I know what time it is.
That's right.
Well, there you go. Got a human pocket
8
watch.
mirror clock. Yeah.
You got a mirror clock, yeah.
Mirror clock. Nice.
Alright, let's do it to it, guys.
Alright.
Like,
So what are you guys doing?
I've been putting this off for a while. I've been wanting to do this since we got to Ravenna.
Mm-hmm.
While everyone else is like setting up, I'm probably gonna go over to the corner and kind of like turn my holy symbol over in my hands a couple times, like I'm trying to psych myself up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast Sending.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and contact Talia.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Talia, darling, it's Mira. I'm okay. Well, mostly. It's a long story. Where are you? I saw a dark hawk. Are you okay, my love? Ethan. And I'll just kind of like hold it like this.
Okay.
And hope that I hear something.
Okay. A few moments go by. It's quiet. Kind of just hear the sounds of the sewers nearby and around. Just holding on to your holy symbol, thinking of your wife and channeling Takaire's power. A few more moments go by and it doesn't seem like you're gonna get a response. At least that's what you think until you're ready to give up. You hear in the back of your mind, Mira! Oh, I'm so glad you're all right. I was so worried. I tried to contact you, but couldn't find a way. I'm in Eigenhold, deep underground. Everyone here has been very helpful. We're headed underground soon. I think she's running out of words, so she says, contact me again. I'm safe.
I don't actually want to cry in real life because I'm wearing eyeliner, but I'm that's close. But Mira's just kind of sit in the corner for a little bit and kind of just cry a little bit out of relief.
Okay.
Just very quietly, trying not to bring attention to herself.
Okay.
Out of character, if I may. That was roller coaster, John. Why'd you do
My
that to
heart
me?
was going a mile a minute. I was like, John,
You're like,
don't do
silence,
this to me.
but then... Jesus. Okay. All right. Sorry.
I don't know. We have some pretty perceptive party members here, so I don't know if anyone would have picked up on that. Probably, I would say Alara and Juliana, you can both kind of hear Mira maybe talking to herself a bit, and getting upset.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna let her. I'm just gonna let her do her thing.
I noticed Jack and shit.
Yep.
Well, Mira will kind of like stop, rub her face off, and go back to where everybody else is.
Okay.
When she does arrive, I will silently hand her one of my infinite monogram handkerchiefs.
Very well.
It's just like a magic sleeve where I just keep pulling. I'm a wizard.
Nice.
Surprise. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is getting late. What are you guys doing?
Have anything I want to check out?
All right, Alara, who is still kind of not feeling her best. She just kind of she just takes a few moments, and she's just going to cast this quietly to herself, and then she's just going to go up to Vice and say, "Listen, I'm not good at making any type of threats or anything like that, but I'm perfect at keeping promises. And I promise you this. If trust is broken, I will burn this place down to the ground." And she just
not good at making threats.
focused a huge amount of heat in her hand as she focuses her detect thoughts on him.
Okay. All right. So as you begin to probe into his mind, well, do you want to first of all make an intimidation check? Do you want to? You don't have to, but I feel like this might call for it.
Do
She's not good at intimidation, but like I said,
nevertheless,
she's good at promise.
Sure.
That's what.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Even though he doesn't seem intimidated, you can still probe into his thoughts.
That's part of the ploy. I want him to relax. I want his thoughts to just go, "Oh, you silly fool, you. Of course we're going to betray you."
Okay.
Accidentally catches her dress on fire.
Hey.
So, he first he answers you, and he says, Laura, I understand your concerns. This all must be a bit, I know everything's new, and it might be a bit alarming, but I assure you that myself and my compatriots here harbor no ill will towards you or any of your friends, and I agree that trust is important, and hopefully working together we can come to build that trust and work together to come to trust each other and help each other out more. So reading his surface thoughts, that seems to be like what his he's thinking of what he said, and there was no you could tell he was thinking really carefully about what to say to you, and it was coming from a genuine place. You don't sense any like double speak or anything like that. Like his surface thoughts match what he is saying. Now, if you would like, you can use an action to probe further, and he will have to roll a wisdom save against that, if I understand correctly. But if he fails that, then he knows that you tried to read his mind. Or if he succeeds that, he knows that you tried to read his mind.
Yes. She won't probe any further,
Okay.
but she says to him, I hold you accountable for your friends as I am accountable to mine.
Says very well. And he goes to shake your hand, and he says, I admire your will and tenacity, Miss Alara, and I do hope we can get along.
She just shakes his hand and turns and just walks back.
Okay.
And then she's going to prepare to cast a little tiny hut for us.
You do so, and as you begin working on the ritual, seems like you could still kind of hear Weissnor and what's this guy's name? Hardred. They retired to another room, but you could hear their soft voices talking back and forth a bit. As the dome manifests itself in this room here. You guys are all underneath it. Is this the first time you've cast this, Alara?
This is the second time.
Okay. Yeah. So, once again, as you guys remember, the dome pops up over you, and you have a nice, comfortable sleeping arrangement, protecting you from anything from the outside. When you finish, Alara, Kaya manifests herself just kind of by your shoulder a bit, and just kind of like flies over to like your cheek and just gives you a hug because she can tell that you've had a rough day.
That's my friend. She just gives her a hug. Just sort of folds her legs and just kind of hugs her.
Okay.
It's like a cuddle.
Yeah. And you do so as you guys begin to get ready to sleep for the evening. Anyone else want to do anything?
I'd like to go over to Alara and just kind of sit right next to her and just lean my head on her shoulder.
Okay.
For bedtime.
Sure.
I have a question for Song.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Song, do you need to breathe oxygen?
What? Song, no. Song, not sure what oxygen is.
Air. Do you breathe?
Oh, yes.
I'm disappointed at this. I'm like, oh, okay.
Stuff him in the bag of holding.
Yep.
Song looks scared and runs over to Mira.
Mira will just cuddle the tiny imp.
Sinclair wants to take away Song's air.
That doesn't seem very nice, dear.
I do not. I was making sure
Making sure of what?
that she needed to breathe or not.
Abner's
Seems
just,
a very pointed question.
Hey,
Abner's just gonna
If-
grumble. I swear to God, if you do anything more while we're sleeping, that'll be the least of your worries.
Song, promise.
And Abner's gonna conk out.
Song whispers to you, Mira, before you go to bed. Maybe Song steal some gold from the people here while they sleep.
If you can do it carefully.
Song always careful.
Okay. I'm a pirate, guys. Come on. I'm not gonna tell her no.
That's fine.
All right. Everyone's heading to sleep? Okay. Alright, so as you all drift off to sleep, you dream of the day's events and things that have transpired. Sinclair, you kind of toss and turn a bit throughout the night, with dreams of home, dreams of, the events that transpired, and you dream briefly again of the strange dream you had when you drank the enchanted waters from the Feywild, and just the ordeal, and you dream of the mask and the Temple of Knave and what's happening there. And you hear a voice, Carmen. Carmen. You feel something shaking you. You actually awaken a bit. About halfway through the night, you see your friends sleeping in their bedrolls around you. The dome's still up, still comfortable, but Song is standing on top of you, just like on your chest. And it doesn't sound like Song's voice. And Song says, "Hello, granddaughter. I'm sorry I haven't reached out lately, but I've found myself in a bit of predicament. Oh, don't be alarmed. The imp, I can speak through the imp, but I'm not actually here. As much as I wish I was. I've gotten myself into a bit of a pickle, and, I thought it prudent to ask for your help."
Do I want to know how you got? Do I want to know what you got in trouble for? You?
She says, "Oh, well, you should keep your voice down. We don't want to awaken your friends."
Oh, that was out of character. That was just said kind of loud so that way you guys could hear me. If
No,
I
I know. Yeah, I figured, but she's just mean. She says, "Well, I was surprised myself. I got a bit too sentimental. That's always the problem. Is feelings and emotions and sentimentality, always weakness. But I paid your mother and father a visit. I didn't make myself known to them. I just watched from afar. I was planning to stop in and say hello. That is, until I got tied up with a band of orcs. As embarrassing as it is to admit, I was captured. They outnumbered me. There were too many of them. They had spellcasters, one who claimed to be a hunter of fiends. Anyway, they took me to the hills south of Myrtlewood, at the foot of the Glimmer Peaks. They robbed me of my sight and all my other senses, so I couldn't see much after that, but I'm in a cell, in a cave, deep underground, somewhere in these mountains. And I need your help, dear granddaughter. It's my powers alone. I cannot get out of here."
I have a question for you.
Of course.
If I convince my friends to help, will you bring back Rook's body?
She sighs and she says, is a heavy price, you ask, and as I'm sure you know better than anyone else, Little Miss Witness, it is not an easy thing to bring the dead back to life.
I did not mean bring him back to life. I meant so he could get a burial where he grew up.
The imp's body smiles and nods, and she says, very well, if that is what you want. In exchange, it will be done.
I'll see what I can do.
She says, thank you. And in the brief instant, Song's eyes change from black to their normal red color, her normal red cat-like eyes, and looks at you, and Song had a strange dream.
So did I, Song. And I kind of gently pat her on the tiny little shoulder I'm sure she has.
She just curls up like into like a ball on top of you and just drifts off back to sleep.
I don't know if I've fallen asleep after that, gonna be honest. I probably actually just kind of try and meditate.
Okay.
Going back to sleep until everyone else wakes up.
Okay. Well, if you want the benefits of a long rest, you should probably at least try. We could say you spent some time meditating, and then eventually, relax enough to fall back asleep.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
All right. And as you all prepare to wake up, you can go ahead and get your benefits of your long rest, and I think this would be a good place to stop for the evening. So let's wrap it up there. Thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate ya. If there's anyone still on Twitch watching, and you're not already, please give the channel a follow. We stream every other Thursday. Thanks, Drew. Appreciate it, King. I know you're already following, so love you, man. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch you on the next one.
As always, love you, kids.
Peace
Alex,
out, guys.
Jeff, Josh.
Hello, Jeff's kids. Thank you.
Our biggest fans. All right. Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Take care, everyone.